Gotta be the hero and put an end to this, man.
If I was shooting, I would have put $30.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for some 510 No Limit Hold'em from TCH Houston. Hello, everybody. I am Wes Tucker. I'll be keeping you company throughout tonight's frivolities. Our producer extraordinaire, Eric Green, over in the other booth, making this show possible. Big thank you in advance as we get ready for a quality lineup, to say the least. We got some usual suspects and a couple of little unfamiliar suspects at the same time. It's going to be a fantastic show this evening. 6100 West Timer. We got action. Come on down, see it in person. We got a show for you tonight. We welcome Steven into the box to kick things off, and off to the races we go. Jamie with 7-4 of hearts saying no thank you. Action goes around to Otis, who joined us for a while last week. Glad to see him back. Also good to see a premium hand in our first broadcasted hand, Ace Queen of Hearts.
You got quads. I only got tricks.
Gonna go 4 ways to the flop, and the flop comes 7 high, 2 diamonds. Yeah, only 1 diamond in play between the 4. Now a 6 of hearts. Gonna bring the straight into play for David, of course. Gets checked around to the river. Deuce of clubs. Gonna introduce the sucker end of things, as well as a wheel possibility to everybody. You see, though, David with 5-6. He's got this pot locked up. Does make it 600. Good value bet here on the river. Yeah, that's going to cause everybody to fold around. So David taking down our first pot of tonight's Thursday night action. There's Thursday night football, there's MLB playoffs, but we're glad you're hanging with us here at TCH Houston for a little 510.
That's what he was banging on YouTube.
Of course, you got to love it when a plan comes together like that. 6-5. Beautifully played. Again, a little too big on the river. Again, that's going to get paid off by most paired hands, maybe even a few over pairs. So, of course, nobody with anything that they could possibly take to showdown there. We take a look now at our lineup. Vegas Viet back, this time in the 9 seat. David, we've heard from him. Amir makes his return. Jamie and James are going to be gracing us with their presence this evening as well.
5 folds, 6 folds, 7 folds, 9 raises to 60.
He is back around to Vegas Viet, who's got his own ace queen, this one off suit.
1 call,
Bumps it up to 60 to go. James right behind him.
2 folds, 3 calls,
Of course, we saw James for a little bit last week as well.
4 calls.
Only hung out with us for about an hour and a half into the broadcast till he disappeared into the night.
3 checks, 4 checks,
A jack high flop, 2 clubs.
9 checks,
Open ender for Viet. Gutter ball for James. And a correction now as the board is updated. Again, apologies everybody watching at home. The board will do that sometimes on the live stream.
9 calls, 1 4 calls.
So Viet with a gutter ball, and now the 4 of clubs
10 hands in a row.
will hit the turn.
Get to sign the bottom of the statue.
Not going to be help to anybody. Ace high,
They won't be alive long enough.
still behind the king jack of James.
I don't care who it is. You won't make it. It'll be a fight. I'll go to jail before I make it.
And that big bet from James is going to chase Viet away. So taking down the pot will be James. Does so with Kojak.
Getting hands, or were they walking their fuck up?
And there were some rumors a little later in the broadcast about the possibility of the kill button game, maybe even a stand-up game at some point. So if we get some more information, we'll pass that along, of course.
The teacher, people weren't believing this. He didn't have enough money for him to fold. Oh, really? Yeah. He was a small stat? Yeah. Oh, wow. It was when he ran it from, because he had $10 in front of him, and because of the kill game, he ran it to 10K. $10? Yeah.
Holy.
Because of the
Oh,
kill
I
game.
heard about
Yeah,
this.
because of the
Yeah.
kill game.
Tim was telling me about that.
I thought he got the record before that.
No, well, he had the record before that.
Oh, and then he broke it
broke
again.
his own record, yeah.
Nine raises to 50.
That's bonkers. $10. To 10K in like 30 minutes.
Let's get a look there. The Fall Classic. We got the first event in the books. And might I add, what a first event it was. A $75,000 guarantee that got well over $100,000 in the prize pool. Also becoming the very first one-day tournament in Houston to have a prize pool over $100,000. So plenty of action for the Spring Texas Card House Fall Classic. So make sure, if you haven't had a chance to yet, get out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We get back here, we're flying blind with Caleb as we watch this hand from beyond there. You see the Fall Classic schedule to the left side of your screen. Again, that is available at tchspring.com. A full list of every event. Of course, the bigger prize pools are highlighted on the right side of that banner, as you can see. The $800,000 guaranteed main event will round things off.
I'm like short. Today I'm short, actually.
You're like $5 grand there?
No, like 3.
Caleb back, this time sitting in the 7th seat. Did so last week as well. Found some success there. And now James with Ace Queen. Jamie's got himself the snowman.
There's not no escalator. It's just not enticing. You know?
As you can see, the kill button has been replaced by the action figure.
We should do 250 at least.
250?
No, 25 to 50.
Paired board.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Couple of nines, couple of hearts as well.
You gotta talk to the people when they're done with their hand.
I know, but I mean, I thought it just kept going, like 25, 50, down. I'm like, holy shit, but he said it reset.
Yeah, it reset.
I mean, if that's what everybody wants to do, that's fine. I'm not gonna cry about it. But now, I was gonna kill you at 10. I think it's a 5.
And Jamie going to be persistent about it. He will claim the action figure as well as the pot here. We keep on moving this evening. A big hello to everybody in chat. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday night. Looking forward to hanging out with you a little bit. But, as you know, of course, plenty of opportunities at TCH Houston to make some money. As you can see here, we've got the High Hand Blitz. Every day we're giving away $500 in high hands. The first one is going to win $200, and then 3 other high hands of the day will win $100 each. So come on out as early as you can. Claim that big $200 high hand.
2 and 3 fold.
Hector, a pleasure to have you in the chat, my friend. I will let the Catman know. That's right. Everybody knows Catman is Hector's hero, everybody. Hector's words, not mine. We're in the tank here with Caleb. We got Ace Queen suited for James.
What's up, Don?
The flop comes 8 high. Again, Caleb under the gun. Wound up defending. James going to make a standard continuation bet here. It's going to be 125 to go, and that's all it's going to take. So obviously missing the board entirely as well was Caleb. So James stays hot.
I don't even see that.
Probably went to sleep like a normal. He said he had a lot of work to do. Which was
9 straddles to 20.
Of course, we've got Matt back in the 5 seat. Took a week off. Glad to have him back in this game as well.
Ben?
maybe not. Another big part of my
One folds, two folds.
And we usually get a pretty good rotation of familiar faces throughout the 510 stream.
Trying to win like 25 times or whatever. I mean, garbage is garbage.
Raises
Right?
to 100.
I agree.
I mean, you ain't gonna do play garbage and just straight below.
King Queen now for Otis.
25. You know what I mean? It's not worth it.
A late addition to the stream last week.
I get it if it's maybe at the 100 level, if we were doing that, you might want to try that, but
6 raised to 100. And then I call.
It's going to make it 100 to go, and a call with Jack 10 over there. Flop comes up. Absolutely nothing for each player.
6.
Jack 10 for Vegas Viet.
9 calls.
I'm not going to be there till like 9 o'clock.
And now the ace will hit the turn. So that's going to slow everybody down. Again, Otis is going to slow for sure just with King High. Goes check, check, and now a 7 will hit the river. And no help to anybody. King High is good. Of course, Viet sensing a little weakness. Again, that's why he's a pro.
9 bets, 60.
What you got? 9?
And 6 calls.
King High.
It's going to be $60. Otis going to make the call with King High. Beautifully done. So well done, Otis, as he will collect the pot as well as the action figure.
I don't want to hear no respect. I respected the shit out, but nothing.
That's why I put. That's
Then
why
I
I
never
put
got
you
my
on.
chips back.
Thank you, sir.
What was your quote from yesterday?
What quote? I didn't say nothing yesterday.
You definitely said it. You kept saying so. It's pretty funny.
$20 straddle for seat 1. No, $20. Seat 2, 3 fold. Seat 4 fold.
The game should be
5 raises to 60.
the game should be 5, 10, 20.
And 10-7 of diamonds for Matt.
20, 20.
Yeah. Just wait.
5,
you don't have
4
to keep saying.
for Otis.
You hear me? Alright.
Yeah, that'll help you out.
Seat 6 calls 60.
And Vegas Viet's got himself a natural 9, but he's not going to want to see a flop with it this time.
Heads up.
Check to you, sir.
5 checks and 6 bets 100. 5 calls.
And King hitting the turn there and right to the river. Check, check, and now a 10. So good river card for Matt.
6 checks.
And there it is.
Oh, saved that.
And slowed down a little bit and paid the price for it.
My turn.
Now you got a good position.
I got decent position, and now we're gonna escalate to 50.
And while we're on the subject
I will ship it over.
of the Fall Classic, of course, as you know, it all accumulates in the No Limit Hold'em main event, a $500,000 guarantee for an $800 buy-in. Is going to be a fantastic few days of poker, all beginning on October 17th. So if you haven't marked your calendars just yet, this is the opportunity to do so. The main event at Spring starts on the 17th.
5 calls. 6 calls. 7 calls. 9 calls. One raises. The 140.
Couple of queens for James now. The queens have been kind to him so far. Of course, this is the first time he's had a couple of them together.
4 calls.
You know, we've seen him with ace queen twice, both times turning a profit. Otis with 7-6 offsuit says no thank you, can't go any further, so we will go heads up. King 10 suited against the ladies.
Screen name.
Kill king.
That's our kill button. It's so fitting. It is. So fitting.
Well, according to the graphic, the flop comes out ace high. We'll get a look at it in just a second. I have a feeling that's not entirely true.
One bet 200.
There we go. So a king does hit the turn, so the ladies are in trouble. Was a great flop for pocket queens, to say the absolute least. And out to the river hits the jack of spades, so that just brings a whole nother rainstorm down the queens. A terrible run out. And there it is. Just goes check, check on the river, so the king will be good. Of course, spades got there. A number of straights got there as well. This is a terrible run out. And a quick dealer change now as we welcome Helen into the box. And while Helen gets ready to go, we again shine a spotlight on what's going on over at Spring. And yesterday, this event right here, the one-day 75K guarantee, became the first tournament in Houston history for a one-day tournament to reach a 100K plus prize pool. So a fantastic tournament, to say the least. A lot of fun. Looking forward to many more great tournaments as part of that Spring Fall Classic.
It only takes like a second.
You have it? Doesn't work?
Let me just tell you what I have out loud too.
Just a quick delay while we get everything fixed. There we go. Jamie with King 6 to start things off. Yeah, it's been a little while since we've seen Jamie, but glad to have him back on the felt. Quality guy as well as a quality player.
Yeah. Oh, you have to
I think that'd be fun to do.
I think it's really fun to do.
Someone's gotta set it up though.
Otis has got himself a pair of 9s, however. Amir with Jack 10, Ace 4 suited for Vegas Viet. So we will go 5 ways to the flop.
Well, not for training material. Just I want to fucking hear what you.
Flop comes 8 high. Beautiful flop for Otis.
And he's like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna win this spot.
We're just gonna jam because he checked.
And he's going to continue to bet at it. Looks like 275 is going to be the number. And middle pair for James here. We'll see if he elects to splash around, see if he can float to the turn. No, he's just going to go ahead and pitch it.
There wasn't one big one. That's just a couple of years ago.
Like Sunrun?
Kinda, yeah.
Are you making good calls? Like zero calls.
No, I wasn't making big calls.
So again, just absolutely dominating flop for James's 9s.
Dropping bear sets and shit with them.
I mean, if I just flop top here, I'm dead.
And they call you down.
Yeah.
There's some big bomb pots though, right? That you went
No, I wasn't. Yeah, there were some really big.
Yeah, no shocker that James has our highest VPIP at the table right now.
3 people all in.
It's also the biggest winner thus far, as now Otis will look down at a suited ace, ace 7.
Yeah, and
3-9 raised to 90. 1-4, 2-4,
got lucky? Or he's like, can't free
I don't remember. I think he just hit like
4-4.
on the river.
Ace jack for Vegas Viet.
And I think he hit like runner nuts, and then like just hit the other one.
7 high flop, not going to help anybody. Apart from Otis, of course. Flopping top pair. Jamie with king 10. And we know he's generally on the more aggressive side. He is going to go ahead and let it go. And Otis's bet, again, a good one of 325. And because he's holding on to the action figure, he will be collecting an additional $25 from every player. So for those unfamiliar with how the kill game works, in this case, the action figure game, it looks like a Batman action figure they are using. If you're holding it, you are only holding it because you won a pot. And if you win another pot while you are holding it, every player at the table is going to be paying you an additional $25 on top of the pot you just won. Here's the catch. You got to keep winning pots to hold on to it. If you fold or lose the pot, the action figure moves to the player that won that particular pot you just lost. It's kind of like the last will and testament of Ron Swanson. I leave all my belongings and wealth to the man or animal who kills me.
I was thinking you got two undercards, that's it. But I was like, man, slow play it or just take it down.
Jamie with pocket 10s making it $200 to go.
You get $50
Aces,
Definitely slow play, yeah. Kings maybe. Queens is still
Moves back around to Otis, who's holding the action figure. While he was thinking about it for a second.
And you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to.
And Jamie will take it down.
I'll leave that for somebody else. That's the problem, is I think everybody it's such too many people. Yeah, and then I'm really a dog. Heads up, I was fine, but not 4 people.
Oh man, yesterday we were playing on
In the early goings of our show this evening, we look at those VPIP numbers. David down below 20% so far at 13% VPIP. And we know David, one of the more patient players on the show, but even 13% is a little low for him.
And then you called and it just checked down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no resistance.
Yep.
One call. 2 fold, 3 fold.
You're good with 9 or something.
And now look at this. Jamie waking up with pocket aces.
Yeah, that one. That was the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Is going to bump it up.
That one was there.
150 to go.
5 fold.
And now Otis has the pocket deuces. See if Otis elects to do a little mallard hunting. A couple of ducks already in his hand. You're really not getting the best price to go set mining, but he is going to stick around anyway.
nice.
1 call. 3 fold.
And James with 10-9 says, why not? I've got good middle board coverage. And, oh, devastating flop. As you can see there, it comes 9 high. So James, in his eyes, flopping top pair.
Oh, you don't have to look away after again.
After Jamie and Otis check it to him. Oh, that's a big bet, too. It's going to be $500.
Ace king is like
In a board like this, I'd like to see Jamie just flat here.
still call, but it's not snap called. Yeah. And I have more out. So that's, no, I still have no out.
Again, he's not going to be betting the flush draw. Going to be betting something just like that, just like a 9. Jamie knows he's way out in front. And that's a $500 bet as well.
C4 raised to 2,500.
And he's going to go ahead and omit the veil entirely. Pulls the trigger, makes it 2,500 to go. My goodness. Otis going to have to release the deuces. And now James put to a decision with 10-9 offsuit. Again, it doesn't quite put James all in. Would still have about $300 behind. So regardless, you know, if he does make this call, he might as well just put it all in, play for it all at this point. Again, James also hasn't played that often. There's the call. So we got a big pot here, over $5 grand.
Go home? You haven't even read about yet.
I already did, man. It's my donation for today.
What are you donating on?
Over there?
That's not right.
That wouldn't be a donation.
I hope you go with that. Like 97.
So we wait for the pot to get right. Again, he is going to have some money behind. He did not jam, just flatted. Did so with 10-9.
Show you a gut shot and
Why don't you want to show, James?
And it looks like they did manage to get it all in, so maybe the math on the screen was wrong. I apologize to everybody at home. So it's going to be top pair against the dreaded overpair to the board. Yeah, and aces have been shown, has not yet turned over the 10-9. And away we go to the turn. A 6. And drawing very thin, to say the least, to the river. And that will not do it, as aces up will take down the pot. A huge pot for Jamie. A $5,800 pot, as a matter of fact. And that will send James riding off into the good night. Absolutely brutal.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I reached the 152 that I got two callers.
Why a pocket pair?
They checked and bet 500.
You would have 4-bet me?
He checked.
Again, Jamie always a aggressive opponent. Again, don't know if he could put Jamie on such a big overpair like that. May have put him on some smaller pocket pair, maybe second pair with an ace at worst, but definitely an interesting call there on the flop. Again, it's understandable. Your kicker, not going to be one that you're too terribly comfortable with, having 10-9.
For a second, I thought my two was so strong.
Four, call. 5 raised to 120.
Ace-queen suited now for Matt in the 5 seat. Yeah, I think my favorite story to tell about Matt, he was playing on a different stream, and they ended up butchering his name a little bit. So we went through the whole 4-hour show, not with the name Matt on the screen, but instead they just called him Nut. N-U-T, Nut. Top pair here for Nut. It goes check, check, and to the turn it appears to be the Jack of Hearts. And yes, it is. So a gutter ball introduced for Jamie. Matt still out ahead with ace-queen. And now he's going to come out of hibernation. Makes it 250 to go. Delayed C-bet. And picking up that gutter ball was huge for Jamie. He is going to release it, though. So some quality discipline as Matt will take down the pot.
No, third time.
Yeah, we can call him just Matt here. We don't have nice hair Matt at the table with us this evening. Dr. Matt, whatever TCH Live Nation has preferred to call him these days.
Yeah, aces in the fucking
And a big hand. As you can see, the Catman come into the frame of view there, wearing a headset
You
tonight.
can only see it after the hand if they're doing the action.
Imagine that. Amir now's got himself a pocket pair of 5s.
Raised to 16, 4 fold.
David right behind him with a suited gapper. Again, David's been very timid so far. And Vegas Viet right behind him. Got himself ace-queen suited.
To 305. 2 sold.
A good 3-bet here makes it 305.
3 call.
It's going to keep David around. Matt has no choice but to fold the 4 tray, so we'll go heads up.
It's just like, why can't I get something?
Why can't you get aces?
Or or anything.
Flop comes king high, all clubs. Middle pair for Vegas Viet, as well as a gutter ball.
Good luck, guys.
Oh, correction, not the gutter ball. Gonna need 2 cards. Needs to go perfect for that. The deuce of spades will quell any hope for David in this pot. Quick bet, quick fold is all it's going to take. Vegas Viet getting the job done.
It was cheating the system, dude.
And Vegas Viet rocking the football jersey tonight. Big reminder to all the football fans, no better place to watch than here at TCH Houston with the Sunday Night Football Squares promotion. Get in early to win each hand that you win is going to be a spot on our 100 spot football square, just like any other Super Bowl square or football square you played before. We'll randomize with every hand that you win, and we will select squares at the end of the quarter for prizes. A suited ace for Otis and a slightly higher ace for Matt. And Amir with Queen Jack suited says that he's had enough of this low stakes stuff. Let's bump it up. Makes it 500 to go. It's going to chase both the aces away as well. No, it's going to chase. Oh, again, graphic a little slow there, but it did chase everybody away. So Amir able to get the job done, doing so with the high suited connectors. Da Bears indeed, Griff. Da Bears. Ace Jack suited for Caleb. A couple more hearts get thrown into the fray here. King 6 suited. We'll do battle against them.
Tell me if you got aces.
It's a King 8 flop. King 9-8 flop. Apologies. Top pair for Amir. Caleb gonna bump it, makes it 175. Amir gonna come in with a well-timed check raise.
Of course he's gonna catch his king.
That's all it is going to take. So beautifully done. And we keep chugging right along. And as we do, we remind you
There he is.
that we've got the Progressive PLO Knockout Bounty Tournament beginning on October 7th. 6 flights into this 2-day event, a $400 buy-in, a $75,000 guarantee. So calling all PLO players, the place is spring, the time October 7th through the 13th. Bring $400. I have spoken. And also while you're there, don't forget about the TCH Spring Flash Sale. You're looking for time? We got you covered. $100 will get you 120, 200 for 250, 300 for 400, and why not? 500 will get you $750 in time. So come on down, get your time taken care of at the same time as participating in some stellar tournament action. 7 high rainbow flop. And Amir drawing to a couple of different straights. King high, however, still out in front at the moment. You can see some chip architecture over there in Otis's stack. Definitely making it look pretty. And king high for Caleb. He's going to go ahead and bet it. That will get Chase Amir out of the pot as we welcome another familiar face to the table. Looks like Ben has decided to join us. We'll get the information on what Ben is playing this evening in just a few moments. And for those just joining us, thank you for spending your Thursday evening with the crew here at TCH Houston. We lost one player already. That was James, who managed to get it all in with top pair, unfortunately up against aces.
Shit, I lost it. I couldn't sleep.
No, usually I sleep well. I don't know. I play like video games when I go home.
Damn.
It's hard when the pillow is soaked with tears.
I mean, but like I sleep. With what?
It's hard when the pillow is
Soaked
soaked
with
with
cash?
tears.
Oh, tears. It's just like so uncomfortable.
I'm so sad.
9 raised to 60.
I mean, okay, you always like replay hands.
Vegas Fiat's got himself a premium hand, makes it $60 to go.
3 raised to 200. 4 fold. 2 fold. 3 raised to 200. 4 fold.
You got David right behind them with ace king.
You gotta look at the fine sense of the YouTube
Of course,
video.
we know Viet's going to stick around. He started this mess. He's going to finish it.
Yeah.
So ace king against king queen, utter domination right now for
Oh,
David.
that's when you started playing.
Yeah, to play back again. I used to play.
The flop comes up, a couple of deuces and a
Yeah,
jack.
I just watching videos. I was like, oh, cool. And it's like, why is the YouTube algorithm pushing this like 6-year-old content on me?
It's weird, yeah. I mean, you might as well just like somehow.
And David plays with Viet enough to know that his opening range is much wider than most players he does battle with on a weekly basis. But he is going to go ahead and call here. Actually, pardon, he's leading out into Viet. And Viet not going to elect to chase beyond the turn. David will take it down.
Be allowed today. Like, every stream I've ever played on is talking about no.
And David, again, we've said earlier in the broadcast, one of the more passive players, but when he does play a hand, he makes it hurt when he takes it down.
Yeah, like, how does somebody see that sitting next to him?
Yeah.
Or I would be screaming.
Yeah.
And then it's like, are you gonna look at somebody else's house?
But you notice it.
Yeah, you notice it.
hard,
Like,
though.
oh,
Wait, that's the
It's
stream.
hard.
Yeah, why is he watching the stream?
Yeah.
But maybe, I guess it was
I don't
showing
think
him
he
the
was watching
stream.
the stream. He
It was
was
just
watching
telling
Some
him.
private family or something like either or texting someone. I don't know.
It must have been
Get right out of there.
They never solved it officially, right?
Hold on. No, it's mandatory.
There's only speculation on that.
There goes that one.
7 fold.
Saul, I've got one open seat right now. You can get here in time. It's yours, my friend.
Post stream, I guess. That's what you guys are doing.
C2 raised to 125.
Oh, we did do it around
3 call.
It's back over to David, and David on the button is going to go ahead and call with King 10 offsuit. And now Kojak, bang, bang for Otis. So 3 ways we go to the flop, and it's an 8-high all-club flop.
6 check.
David holding the second nut club, Amir right behind him with the queen of clubs. This could get interesting.
225.
Amir with the queen of clubs, going to bet 225. David, of course, going absolutely nowhere. Does have top pair to go with his flush draw as well. It's going to chase Otis away. And now the 6 of hearts. And Amir has to put him on some kind of flush draw as well. He knows there's only 2 cards that will beat him should a club bink this river. Nonetheless, he's still going to make it expensive to keep chasing. Makes it 450.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, I ran really good.
You're on there.
It was a really good strip.
3 call.
It was fun.
And just going to flat here as the pot bloats a little bit to 740.
Yeah, we missed
Pardon,
it.
1740.
Not interesting. Take a break. Can't play every day.
And missing everything is David. It goes check, check, and that will end
That's how you defend, boy.
hand number 23.
Wow.
And drawing to a better flush, yes. Unfortunately for David, just couldn't hit it. So it gives back all the profit he's made so far.
Big one has.
But that's the variance of No Limit Hold'em.
The pot was pretty big, so I'm sure it was going to be.
Prime example.
Yeah, you're the
I
five.
should have read. That's the bet I would.
That's good options right there.
Yeah.
You need a home.
But I'm just calling down if I don't know. Yeah.
One foot.
Couple of fours here for Amir.
Two, fold. Three, fold. Four, fold. Five,
We're doing
fold.
25.50. And back to 25.
Seven, fold.
We did it to 100.
Option.
So we got 4 players going to the flop. Queen 10, Queen 5, a couple of 4s, and 9-5. The unsuited Dolly Parton for David.
Four players.
A limp pot, I might add. A 10 high flop. So Queen 10 thunders to the lead.
125.
Gonna make a bet of 125 at it. Gets back to Amir. He will release his cards as well as the Batman statue. And Otis will take it down. Again, the small ones matter. We've seen Otis take down a bunch of little pots. Nothing too big just yet as we look at our player earnings throughout the evening. Jamie, of course, the big winner right now with 3,400, and Caleb throwing the party, so to speak, right now, down 2,500. And that particular hand where he lost it all happened right before the cameras started rolling. Of course, James down 2,800 as well. No longer keeping track, of course, with him riding off into the sunset. Jamie with King Queen. Gonna bump it up, make it 80 to go. Unfortunately, right into the power of Ace King from Otis. We'll see just how big this 3-bet
725.
is going to be.
Hey Ben, take your 25.
It's like he went all in with it. That's one way to win the bounty game for sure. And he's holding on to the Batman statue, so he'll collect $25 from every other player as well. So may not have gotten the chance to play a big pot with Ace King. Instead, will still make a good profit. I was going to say, seemed like a slight overbet. I mean, a initial raise of $80, then jamming for $2,400. Not giving anybody the right price to chase him down.
Dip that screen statue in gold. That'd be dope.
Or what? Yeah, red.
Yeah,
All right, take it easy.
but gold just makes it feel like a
It's
trophy.
a good question, Griff. So normally they play this game with the kill button. Instead, they've decided to change it up this week. They are playing with the Batman.
6 fold. 7 fold. 9 fold.
And the Batman statue. Until we get an actual Catman figurine, I think we're going to have to stick with Batman. Ace King here for Jamie.
There was nothing like cool about that.
Defense.
That's true.
Save you guys $50.
No, that part's nice. But that's not the hand. It's always nice when I don't have to give people money. Unless you're not involved.
When you're not involved in the pot.
And the biggest pre-flop aggressor right now, Amir, raising 19% of his hands. We get back to the action here. Matt got himself ace jack of spades. Well, Crypto, I did. It's the replacement of the kill button. So instead of having the kill button, they're using the Batman figurine. For those unfamiliar with how the kill game works, if you win the pot, you win the kill button, or in this case, the Batman action figure. And if you are holding the Batman action figure while you win another pot, you will be paid an additional $25 from each player at the table. So it's just a different way to play the same game they've been playing for a while. Just changing it up a little bit.
Mine bets 80. Two fold.
And ace jack of spades, 5-4. The Vegas Viet leads for $80.
After last night, I just decided if I'm gonna lose that much money, I might as well put it on the table right away. Yeah, you know, that feeling of going back to the cage never feels good.
You know what's funny? I went to my locker and got the chipboards. Here.
So 5-4 will crack ace jack.
I know you're not the boss.
Anytime, Crypto. Anytime. Glad I could be helped. And Griff, thank you as well for the explanation in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I love it when I get to interact with chat as often as I can. You guys make this a fun experience. Not only for me, but for everybody watching along at home.
Last night, I was like, was last night's loss bigger than my biggest 1-3 loss? When you adjust.
Oh, when you adjust for big.
Yeah, I adjusted.
Ace 9 for Otis. Just going to flat call for $20. Vegas Viet with 6-5 this time. Moving up in the world. Improving from his 4-5. But Ben right behind them with the Cowboys.
You want to raise
With a lot of 40.
260.
And right behind him is Amir, but he's going to fold ace 10.
Whatever you want to do, just throw it in.
Keep rolling and put it.
He actually has the kill.
Yeah.
I do.
And Crypto even doing my job. I was just about to get to that. Make sure you guys have smashed that like button and subscribed. You guys are coming back. Might as well not miss any action from any Texas Card House location. A gutter ball with Vegas Viet's 5. Pocket Kings for Ben, still out in front right now.
415.
Is going to make it expensive. Sounds like he does sense that Viet is on some kind of draw. Again, spades also a very prevalent threat. Of course, we know better. We can see what Viet's holding. And just flatting here and going to the turn, and there is the 10 of diamonds. And not going to improve Viet's hand. But now, again, Ben, I got a feeling he knows right where Viet's at. He's going to make a big bet here on the turn. Makes it 920 to go. And an 8 would chop this pot as well. It's got chop outs as well as outs to win outright. And Viet will lay it down.
There we go. One time.
You gotta show the card secret thing.
Will show the Cowboys. We will drag in a good-sized pot, and we move right along.
Next time he has the 8.
Again, everybody, do not forget, for all those players who are aficionados of both Hold'em and Omaha, why not come out every Saturday at 1 o'clock to the Round of Each tournament at TCH Houston. A $20 buy-in and $20 rebuys, of course, on par with most of the tournament structures we have here. A round to Hold'em and a round to Omaha. $1,000 guaranteed.
7 raised to 75. 9 fold. 1 fold.
Ben's got himself another good hand. He's got the speed limit, 55. We go 5 ways to a flop. And why not? Flopping bottom set.
Yeah, I went to Pinkerton's. No way. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, pretty good. What'd you get? I got half pound of brisket.
On 3 ways to the flop as he gets back to Ben.
Half pound of brisket, half pound of pork ribs, and some sides.
It's 9-8. Caleb gonna go ahead and lead out.
Did you get the beef ribs sometimes?
Ben with the 5s here,
It's just like I'm a creature of like.
facing a bet of 90.
Okay, so you do.
And so
He is gonna go ahead and raise here on the flop. I would have liked to have seen him wait till the turn maybe.
you're like.
See if he can get a little more value.
Yeah.
And it's gonna chase everybody away right there.
That's one of the 25.
And hearts and a backdoor straight draw, really the only thing you have to worry about. I think you can afford to just flat that flop. See if you can either improve to a boat or quads on the turn. Maybe let your opponent improve to a single pair. Of course, last card he's going to want to see in that situation is any heart.
Pretty happy. We're both rooting for close.
Ruination.
6 fold,
Yeah, but I overbet when they know it's
7 fold. 9 raised to 50. One call.
Seems like I'm a good person to be on the defense.
3 call.
I think we all have the same idea, right?
And Amir with the Brunson.
Different, but
And we go with the Texas heads up 6 ways to the flop.
we have a different.
He does flop middle pair with it as well.
Jack 5.
And no player holding on to a king right now. The 10 is looking good.
Jack.
Of course, we, not too long ago, just passed Doyle Brunson Day,
100.
2nd of October. And Amir does make it 200 to go. So honoring a hero, the best way to honor him, in my opinion. Just like this.
9 call.
Vegas Viet, a non-believer, gonna stick around. Ben will fold his mess. We go to the turn, and it's another king.
9 check.
Does go check, check, and now to the river. It's going to be the 7 of diamonds, which is going to change absolutely nothing. But now Viet going to lead into it. And just as the great Doyle Brunson would do in the situation, does make the call and drag the pot with kings and 10s. Well played, Amir. Well played.
The record has been told to us that it's 7 hands in a row. I believe that you have a chance to get there.
When was this?
I don't know when somebody
When
said 7.
Penn ran his $10 to 10,000. Penn.
7 fold, 9 fold.
Ben's got himself a suited king. We know he likes to hang around, see as many flops as he can with suited cards. But David now with ace king. He's going to bump it up, makes it a straight 100 to go. Otis will stick around with the trays, going to go set mining. And Amir with the big lick, taking on Big Slick. Flop comes a couple of 10s and a 7, 2 spades. So Ben with the best flush draw at the minute. Backdoor spades, a possibility for David holding on to the ace. Queen on the turn. And definitely can see this continuing, but the ace hits the river. So David spiking it on the river. Otis with his trays. Does get back around to David, who will make it 400 to go, just over a pot-sized bet.
Chuck, bluff into the ace?
I know.
What the?
I know. As soon as I made that there, I was like,
Oh, that's the whole way.
So dumb.
And will take it down. Correction, it was Amir who made the pot-sized bet. And calling the bluff right away is David, who ends up with the best hand. Again, not exactly sure. That was a great spot to bluff. I mean, you were behind to any pair, any king high. I mean, honestly, I'm questioning the logic being used by Amir there. He knows he's at least up against ace high with the raise pre-flop, let alone any other pocket pair. I mean, the trays in the hands of Otis were good against Big Lick there.
The concept just wasn't where we're going.
Yeah, I know. Figured I'd say it. Get it over with. Thank you for calling me. Yes, sir.
Thanks, no, excuse me. Thanks for letting me know.
Yes, sir.
And going on in the main card room right now is the Thursday big one, the weekly 20K guaranteed tournament here at TCH Houston. The players are currently on breaks. You can see them congregating over there by the Fall Classic sign.
we're good.
But again, every week a 20K guarantee, a 240 buy-in, 20-minute blind levels. It's a good bang for your buck. So come on by Thursday nights. You can watch these guys play live and get yourself in on a big guaranteed tournament. David now with Queen Jack, going to call the raise of Amir. Vegas Viet going to stick around with the suited connectors as well. So we go three ways to the flop. King 9 tray rainbow. So middle pair for Amir. Gutter balls for both Vegas Viet and David. 125. Amir gonna bet it, and we'll get two callers. So we go to the turn.
A little bit. 2 hours. Sorry.
Five of clubs.
It's not like an orbit. What was doing them?
2 or 3.
Again, both Viet and David
Oh no, he's saying bomb hops.
with the same outs against the ace-9 of Amir. It does go check round to the river, and wow, the jack hits the river. So provided one of them doesn't bet the other out, the Queen Jack in the hand of both Viet and David will chop this pot. It does go check all the way around, so Amir gonna end up mucking what was the best hand. But until that pesky river.
A lot went wrong yesterday.
What happens when the shot goes back in the middle?
Are you a 9?
And we've seen Viet stop chasing, usually after the turn. Most players will, especially most players who play at the higher stakes levels will stop chasing after the turn. So had Amir fired that turn, just fired another barrel, I think he may have gotten both players out of it. Definitely easier to represent the king should you barrel again.
We're good, Joe. Thank you.
Big welcome now to Mike, who will take over the dealing responsibilities.
That's in the middle.
Is that y'all's skill book? Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. 3 full. I think we're playing Caleb for that. 5, 100.
It's physics.
6, 100.
It fits the game.
It does. Yeah. Very well. 7 full.
And Matt with 9-4 suited, going to bump it up to 100 again. A raise from Matt, definitely going to be more intimidating. He's been on the nittier side of things this evening. Vegas Viet with Mallards, going to hunt a third one. You go 4 ways to the flop.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Flop comes King High Rainbow. Second pair for Matt. Top pair for Otis. And he's going to bet into it. Viet wasting no time in getting rid of the ducks.
Yeah, good luck with 5, dude. You know what the
We'll chase Amir away with bottom pair. Meanwhile, 2 pair for Matt. And it looks like we're going to be switching back to the actual kill button. And Matt raising it with 2 pair to 500. Otis going to stick around with top pair. And it's always a good feeling when you get out of the line and man flop the best of it anyway. Queen will grace us with her presence on the turn.
Oh, it's from the chat.
Adds jacks to the list of outs for Otis. And Matt's going to omit the veil entirely. He's all in. Now a top pair Otis put to a decision. Does have outs, as you can see at the top of your screen.
We can get that thing removed too.
Blink that out.
It'll just get blurred out.
And it's just one of those situations you're never going to put your opponent on 9-4.
Black thing in front of everybody's set.
And making the initial raise could possibly put him on a strong king, maybe even a strong queen, ace queen at this point.
More outlandish. And see how long we can keep it as the kill button.
And to add insult to injury, Matt's also got the flush draw to go along with his 2 pair now. He will fold top pair, so quality fold by Otis. But a monster flop for Matt, as he will drag the pot and the kill button.
I see 1 card. Queen 4.
Well, I was going to raise, so if you call it,
As we move along, we remind you about the Houston High Hand Blitz. That's right, every day at Texas Card House Houston, we got an opportunity for you to win $500 over the course of 4 high hands. The first high hand of the day will pay out $200. The final remaining 3 will be $100. All it takes is a measly little boat to qualify. So come on down to TCH Houston and get some free money.
Stress. So now the angel of death is gone.
I've been looking into that, Mo the Cat. Nobody's actually been able to use labs today.
No, that's Definitely.
Doing everything I can from my perspective to help out. If I get some more information, I'll gladly pass it along.
Hey, post my shadow. I'm not back. Okay. Oh, 65. Well, 664.
That's so sick. And it has to be club too.
I was fucking around.
That was great, man. That was a great hand.
Ben with ace-9 of diamonds.
It was a beautiful flop.
4 players.
Gonna stick around as well. 4 ways we go to the flop.
Just got lucky.
Couple of 10s and 2 diamonds. So trip 10s for David, nut flush draw for Ben in the 1 seat. It's gonna chase away Matt as well as Otis. Of course, going nowhere with a nut flush draw is Ben. So we go to the turn looking for a diamond. Instead, he'll get the 8 of hearts.
Jack 10.
The Ben drawing to 6 outs. He will check over to David. Of course, David knows he's not going to allow his opponent to see that diamond. He'll do everything he can, at least, to not let him see the diamond. Makes the bet of 325. Into the river we go, and bink! There's the diamond, but it also pairs the board. Oh, no. Now, Ben with the nut flush draw, David with 10s full. Ben thinks he's value betting. And David's going to jam all in. My goodness. It was a good bet of 450 as this pot bloats.
You're saying that was the worst diamond in the world for me, right?
Of course, what an incredible card for David. And he's going to fold the nut flush. Well done, Ben.
Nice answer.
And it could not have been a better river card. It completed the flush and gave him the boat. Absolutely beautiful. And we're through our first hour of our live stream this evening. We still got 3 more action-packed hours of 5-10 No Limit coming your way. It's been a good one so far as we take a look at the aggression levels of our players this evening. Matt has the highest raise first in statistic this evening at 21% of the hands he plays. Oh, we've got a Catman sighting. And we've got a Catman sitting at the table. Welcome back.
Let's go.
46, 40, 1.2.
We did 1 hand, 2.
Oh, you did the 160?
Yeah.
I thought we were cheering.
So the Catman will join the table.
I know.
But not anymore. Not anymore.
What
we doing? What's the new?
They made us retire the kill button. The angel.
Ben's got himself a good hand here. He's got the ladies.
Oh, that's a little sorry.
Definite 3-bet situation. He will raise it up. Makes it 435 to go.
It's not personal.
Of course, Jamie sitting on a big stack. He can afford to splash around a little here with Jack 10.
Guess not.
He only had kings.
Yeah, he's not getting into it.
Never won 16 again.
So we go heads up to the flop. A couple of overs against Jack 10. And the flop comes up. Absolute trash for both of these players. A great flop for Ben, actually, now that I eat my words there.
It's amazing when Matt folds how many times he hits us.
I know. Happens all the time, man.
675. Sorry, 7.
Even on these high boards. It's amazing.
Especially, yeah. 3 Broadway boards, you know. That's another set.
775 the bet.
Come on, show it.
And laying down Jack 10.
You wrote me last
Will
night.
go the ladies and collect his bonus.
Went home from my wife. I was so excited.
60-40, you're gonna
That's cool. That's cool. I had one left behind that I put out.
And the Catman has joined the game, so we'll see if that adds another level of electricity to this field. And meanwhile, the main card room registration about to end for the Thursday big one in a weekly 20K guaranteed tournament here at TCH Houston.
Blended with the table. That's what that was.
Do you have a pair?
I'm in for 5. I'm in for 5. I got another 2,000 in my pocket. I'm in for 5. Down 25.
Yeah, I don't know. We're in good shape. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. 4 points. 5 points. 6 points.
Who had the kill?
7 points.
Ben.
And the first hand in, the Catman wakes up with ace queen suited. Makes it 70 to go. Queen tray for Vegas Viet's going to stick around. Suited big lick for Ben. He is holding the kill button. You know, he's probably going to make the call with any 2 cards. Try to outflop everyone.
Let's go.
400 C3.
Let's fucking go.
400.
Meanwhile, David with pocket jacks makes it 400 to go. Catman with ace queen suited. You know he's going to stick around. He's got to stick around. He's going to chase away Viet, and there goes Ben and the kill button. So we go heads up. Again, the first hand for Catman. And the flop comes 9 high. And David going to make a little continuation bet here.
Wow.
500, as a matter of fact. He will fold ace queen.
I can't. Why?
So David dragging in another pot again. Not involved in as many hands as the rest of the guys, but when he does make it hurt.
Let's go. Why you shove ace queen? Well, C2 told me.
Yeah, C2 is my poker.
We're going to take a look at the stacks and earnings. Right now, Caleb's still throwing the party down 2,700, and Jamie, the big winner through the first hour, up almost 3 grand. And Amir making a good profit as well, and a modest profit so far for Ben, up $430. And still a lot of screen to go.
It's going to 400 anyway, free flop, it doesn't matter.
And I know one of the times I was all in there with the queen 3 offsuit.
Yeah, one more.
2 cards.
I got you.
They're on the. We're good. Thank you, Dan.
I think one of those times I was all in with the queen 3 offsuit.
5 folds, 6 folds, 7. You got it. And 1. And 2.
Suited ace for David.
160 gentlemen.
And he's holding the kill button as well. He's going to stick around. Jamie's got ace tray.
Am I the only one who called it 400?
Natural 9 for Matt, but he's going to let that go. We go heads up.
What's going on? What's going on?
It was a big three bet.
It doesn't matter.
I feel like you and like obviously.
Oh boy. All hearts, ace high. Jamie with the tray of hearts. We'll check behind. We go to the turn. It'll pair the board with jacks.
What you got? I fucking nice. Oh, shit.
And usually when you see 2 small aces doing battle like this, it winds up a chop. And this one's going to be no different. It's going to be jacks full of aces for both players. So for those wondering, on the kill game, if they do chop a pot, the kill button will just go back into the pot as nobody
Loves that ace 3 off.
Bro, I'm
will
helping us. You want to see it?
keep their right to hold it, of course.
Don't matter. Fucking ace 3, motherfucker. I'm gonna bring you an ace 3.
Well, I know whatever cards we're holding for you are not pocket jack.
That's right.
Ace 2.
That is a true statement. Thank you.
So yes, I am thinking to kind of like shoot everyone very short video. That way that if we are making a video play, they will get
I would
that very
just
short
miss
video. Ahead of
Keep it in
time,
mind.
like into seconds.
like almost like holding pocket jack.
Well, you're going to check?
Oh no, you could not.
That's almost a showdown now. You full house.
I think it's physically impossible.
Like all
Unless
purple.
this deck is different than I think.
It's one of those Filipino names.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not used to it.
I mean, you would literally just have to shove.
But an ace jack would have been very sad. That would have been the ultimate.
You'll find out on this one.
Yeah.
You would have gotten paid.
Oh yeah.
We're good.
And Otis has been patient lately. His patience gets rewarded with a premium hand here. Gets ace queen. And under the gun +1.
Wherever,
6-12 bet.
wherever fucking Chow fan
Whatever he clicked on.
the noodle, the flat noodle thing.
Does bump it up. We know the Catman will stick around. Does so with pocket kings. Man, I said that before you even looked at his hand.
Well, the ace queen didn't work, so.
Let alone he's got himself the second best starting hand in poker. The Cowboys, he ends up 3-betting it, makes it $250 to go. Ace queen for Otis. He's going to stick around. Wants to see a flop. So we go heads up.
Like 12:45. One. Not right now. Just like walk up.
A couple of 10s in a tray.
Yeah. Just sat down.
We'll check it over to the Catman.
Like, get risk it good.
$150 bet.
Win there.
It's going to entice Otis to stick around a little more. I like the sizing from Catman here.
Decent. Good.
5 of clubs. Yeah, we know it. Otis doesn't. He's only drawing to 1 out.
Place I've been doing Houston does something slightly better than the other good places.
It's like the 5 of clubs. It's got Otis thinking a little bit. See if he wants to take
I've only tried it at
the initiative. Instead, I'll check it over to the Catman.
Killings. Oh man, I actually never
450 is the marker.
never done that. Except I've been to their steakhouse.
And Otis going to stick around here for 450. We go to the river.
Disgusting like smoked chocolate cake dessert. Tastes like
Yeah, queen would be absolutely devastating. Instead, it'll be the 9 of diamonds. So see if Otis elects to bluff at this pot after having check called all streets so far. Instead, he checks it again over to the Catman.
I want that in my dessert. Exactly.
We went there the week that they opened, actually the night that they opened. They did not have their liquor license, and all of the distributors were coming by, just having, bringing cases of wine. They're just pouring everything for free.
And the Catman is going to go all in.
We went like 2 or 3 times the first couple of weeks. It was great.
And a call. Oh my goodness. The Catman with kings is good and will stack Otis. Boy, that is quite the call with ace high, let alone it being the wrong decision, but wow.
I haven't been to the original one.
And that will send Otis off into the sunset, it seems. We bid good night.
Gets kings right away.
Right away.
Right away. Snap kings.
Oh, bro.
What happened?
Got kings. I am down for it all comes down to 100%.
So the Catman cometh and the Catman casheth on a big opportunity.
You've been to Blood Brothers, I presume. The fried rice is awesome.
I need to go up there and get her. Can you get somebody?
No, you get somebody.
Heather fried rice? That's really good.
Definitely not sure
It's brisket fried
what
rice.
was crossing the mind of Otis there. Nonetheless, the Catman takes down a big one.
We try the basics first.
So welcome in, Catman. Welcome in indeed.
Nick.
Their coleslaw is the best I've ever had.
Chips.
Oh, it looks like Otis is going to stick around.
I'm not a big coleslaw person, but
I don't like.
So he will add on to his stack here, the Catman, with Jack 6 of hearts and the kill button. Will make the call.
That's exactly what it is.
I just don't want to drive down there and wait.
Down there, it was kind of a rainy, gray day, and it was,
Six folds.
the weight wasn't bad. We were
Seven
on one
mixed
side,
fold.
a keg, a
Seven fold,
beer.
eight mixed 20.
How much you like that kill, man?
Raise 125.
Viet going to stick around with pocket 4s. Ben in the 1 seat makes it 125 to go with 10s.
Or quads, right?
Back to Matt now in the 5. He'll flat. Wanting to see a flop. They'll chase the Catman away.
Hold it, 9 call.
Over your end.
So we will go 3 ways to this flop. A couple of pairs involved. So the flop comes up all spades, queen high.
Check 1. Check 1.
Checks round to the turn. Now a set of 4s
Check 5.
for Viet. And Matt wasting no time checking. Viet feeling safe to say the least right now. Gonna put in just under a half pot size bet. It's gonna bring along the 10s of Ben. To the river, the 9 of spades. Gonna slow everybody down. Neither player holding a spade. It goes check from Viet. And inevitably checking behind Ben. So Viet will take it down.
Force takes it.
Little $500 pot for him as he begins to trend back into the black. And it's been a slow night for our friend Vegas Viet. He's become a regular character on the TCH Houston live stream.
But is that the flop?
And gladly so. He's a fantastic person, not only a fantastic player. And we've seen him have some big nights over the last couple of weeks. He's also a guy who's not afraid to give action, despite the holding.
I think I lost the minimum on that.
Thank you. My money. Get it back. Weird kid.
that was fun.
I walk away from the table. Not when you do it.
Every time we
I got
play,
up to
y'all
20
play
on
it.
stress.
Let's do this. Let's do this card game.
Blind to, blind to 4.
And do some clubs.
Button should be
I'll
4.
take the 3 spades.
100.
Okay. Alright, I got 8 fold, 9, 75.
Vegas Viet with ace 7 of diamonds. Jack 10 of diamonds right behind him in the hand of Ben.
Good, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Tim.
What was the strip like getting ready for Formula 1? Was it crazy?
Pardon?
On the strip, was it crazy?
I mean, it was just, I hadn't been there in ages, so it wasn't particularly crazy.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Are you going?
I'm going, yeah.
And I had an invite to go, and I
Before I did.
just couldn't wrap my head and do it.
I know nothing about
And
Formula
flop
One.
comes 10 high, rainbow, 10, 8, 5.
Well, because they,
So top pair for Ben, backdoor diamonds for both players. Of course, Viet ahead in that category.
might as well go to Vegas.
Yeah.
75.
Viet will bet 75, just flatting it with top pair. And now to the turn we go, the deuce of clubs.
Throughout the whole hand.
Not going to change anything. Viet going to slow down after getting called.
Jamie, what's your throw? Oh yeah, I think it's too complicated.
Does check it. Now Ben.
3 spades.
Is going to bet it. We don't know the exact amount. But Viet is going to flat. So we go to
That was a good feeling.
the river. And now Viet picks up
Check 9.
middle pair with his 7.
Look out with this. If it comes on the river, 200.
Ben gonna main aggressive into Viet. 355. Of course, we know Viet does pay off a lot of middle pairs, just like this one. Up against top pair, we've seen Viet make
7?
calls with less.
Oh, yeah.
He had to look at you like,
The board was ace, king, jack, 9-4.
you owe a pair?
It was that one. Ace.
And there were like 2 people behind me. I was like, oh, I think one person. That'd be it.
I couldn't get people to fold a pair for 5,000 last night.
That's different.
I couldn't get you to fold a freaking
2 pair.
Yeah, that's true. You already have that.
And does make the call, so Ben's gonna get paid off on top pair. And any other card, Viet can get away, apart from an ace, of course. He wins that pot should the ace come.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it doesn't generate much.
But Ben continues to trend in the right direction. Meanwhile, Viet continues to trend in the opposite direction.
That's what I'm just thinking, you know?
I mean, I definitely made some moves with it.
Yeah.
It generated a lot of action. That hand might not happen. The queen 8 offhand might not happen. Yeah. There's a bunch. Queen 8 offhand.
And again, for those who don't know somehow, we've got the Fall Classic just getting off yesterday over at the Texas Card House Spring location. $1.5 million in guarantees, October 4th through the 22nd. And the first tournament was a 1-day $75K guarantee, which, as you may know if you've been watching the broadcast, wound up with a prize pool of over $100,000, becoming the first tournament, first 1-day tournament in Houston to boast a $100,000 prize pool.
Value jam.
Because who doesn't call it?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ace Jack for Ben. And calling the straddle, just flatting the straddle at 40.
He's so scared he just saw my eyes.
And Jamie with King 10 says he's had enough. He'll make it 200 to go.
Scare me, bro.
The Catman with 3s says not this time. And back to Ben we go.
It's just the first one. It's just the first one.
Yeah, you got odds.
First.
So Ben will call. So Ace Jack and King 10 doing battle. Queen high flop, rainbow flop at that.
Check.
They almost hit mine.
150.
Jamie going to make a continuation bet of 150. Ben is going to stick around with ace high. We go to the turn. Deuce of clubs.
He calls it. He calls that card every time. He calls that card every time.
Yeah, he wants to get paid, that's why.
And Ben will check it over, see if Jamie continues to barrel. He will not. We go to the river, 6 of spades.
You can even run away.
And this is going to go most likely check, check. No, Jamie going to fire the river after checking the turn. And now Ben with ace high. See if he can dig deep, find the hero call. Of course not. Ben's a very disciplined player, and Jamie will take down
You fold 3s?
a $1,200 pot, collect the kill button, and we keep moving right along.
Oh no.
Like how much I
You've
paid
been reading
today?
too much GTO, whatever you call it. That's too much.
Well, that's the only book that I never read.
Too much.
Unread it.
Unread it. Unread it. If you think about full ace queen
I
suited.
think if I read it, they'll definitely change my play.
Again, the
How much?
Catman boasting never having read anything about GTO strategy. Of course, watching him play week after week, I can pretty much guarantee that's true.
You should have 3-bet that ace.
You try to punish me just because I never get my nail done at your shop?
Yeah.
We're good, gentlemen. Thank you.
Bro. And like go in, give me that crypto clear.
Of course, one of the better stories around TCH Houston is we have a copy of Poker for Dummies at the floor podium that we've caught the Catman reading multiple times. Still claims the book isn't his, but we all know better. So we go 4 ways to the flop. 6 high flop.
Check 8, check 9, check 2, check 4.
Open ender for the Catman as well as Viet. They both hit it, and the Catman calling for the deuce does hit it. Now he's got to bet it. Makes a small bet of 25. Viet with the same straight as the Catman will stick around, and Jamie will stick around as well. 9 of hearts. So this will be chopped between the Catman and Vegas Viet. Viet will make it 2 1/4. Snap call from the Catman and chop it up. So that was a long walk for a small drink of water. But the Catman calling for the deuce. Viet says, why not? He comes along as well with the same straight.
Why you don't go all in this hand?
I didn't have it. That's good news. Well, if I did, I would have 5 7.
So before the stream start, right? Ace king. First hand, ace king. This dumbass raise free flop. I just call whatever flop an ace.
He just calls with ace king.
I flop an ace. Bet, call.
I still can't believe how much it chips sideways on top of
You know, it's funny. I went over. I told my wife about it, and I started coming up with 2 things I was going to do to bet you.
You've done that before?
I mean, I used to own a bar, so we'd sit up there till 4 in the morning just balancing a bunch of weird things for money. It'd be crazy.
Turn bet 300.
You know the trick, bouncing the wine bottle cork so it stands up?
Fucking before river
You hold
comes
the
up.
wine, hold the cork for wine bottle, drop, bounce it, and get to stand up straight.
Yeah, you like it?
We got a shot there of floor manager Justin Schacht as we continue with the action here. We're in the tank with Amir and David. No matter though, both their hands are folded. Otis with 10x, going to go ahead and bump it up, makes it 60 to go.
So what's
So just one of those hands where we're going to be in the dark for most of it, it seems. The Catman will fold. Viet folding 9x, back to Ben with 8 deuce, so Otis will take it down. We know what one of the cards was, that's about it.
We're down.
Football, baby.
I wouldn't have called with your chips.
And we move right along. And TCH Houston, the place to be every Thursday night for the $20,000 guaranteed big one. The Thursday big one features a 30K starting stack as well as an add-on option, which will get you another 30K in chips. So if you're a fan of late regging for tournaments, you're going to be coming in with 30 blinds if you decide to do the add-on when you register late. So definitely an opportunity for all preferences of tournament entry.
Yeah, I got it. I wasn't going
The Mighty Ducks for Jamie. Not going to be good enough to see a flop for him, however. Got to say, a fan of that hand. Oh, correction. The graphic corrects itself. He did flat for 20 bucks. The Catman with suited connectors, 8-9 of clubs. Suited gappers for both Viet and Ben. So the Texas heads up. 6 ways we go to the flop. And the Catman flopping trip 9s. Top pair for Vegas Viet. Checked around to the Catman, and the Catman gonna bet 75 into it. He is gonna get Viet to fold.
Go, yes, let's go.
Jamie's deuces will fold as we get back around to Otis. Otis folds as well, so the Catman,
That's a nice throw, though.
happier than a tabby with a laser pointer as he drags in that pot.
You keep getting more and more.
I mean, yeah.
That's a layup.
That's more food?
I signed up for OnlyFans.
Not sure what that has to do with.
What does that
I really hope that's not true.
What are you doing on OnlyFans?
They watch me eat. Yeah. Look at this noodle.
Got a base box.
Got an ASMR microphone like right there.
Yeah.
Making shit up. There's one time with the Q button who playing the room, right? I started like, what, 100, I think? Yeah, I started 100 and then actually just raise, call. And Jimmy's like fucking 700. I'm like 4,000. Oh, I'm gonna call. Wrong timing, bud. Wrong timing. What do you have? You got kings like aces.
Oh my god.
With the kill button, they struggle 100.
How do you guys do that?
And it was extra 7.4.
Yeah.
Like Ray's fucking 175 and Jimmy's like.
Of course, I was actually in the room when that happened. It was truly disgusting.
No, I don't. Okay, no problem.
Earlier too, it was King versus Queens. We almost got it all.
Viet with Queen 4 suited, gonna raise the action to 75. Amir right behind him with the Cowboys, however. Gonna make it 300 to go.
So you got it? He's like, no, I was like, all right.
And Viet's decided he's not gonna dabble.
Out of position.
It's fair.
Yeah. One time Viet doesn't give me action. My pocket is.
So funny that I keep feeling like Matt is making a move right there. That's why that he like 4-bet me. I think I'm like I'm all in 8,000 whatever. I'm all in with his king off. I'm like oh fuck me, fuck. Do more. do more. You're like yeah. I'm like.
We have such different bars for like what is crazy. Because to me, I was like, oh, he's gonna tell me a story about him going all in with 8-9 off.
Yeah.
And that's the barometer. I was like, yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, he's
if I
done
was
it with
going
9
crazy.
deuce off.
9 deuce, yeah.
Suited dog for Caleb, who's been quiet for a while. Gonna make his presence known here as he will bump the action up. Makes it 125 to go.
I thought about it. I like
105?
125.
Amir right behind him with King 10 and the kill button. He's not going anywhere. Matt with a suited queen will stick around as well. So 3 ways to the flop we go.
What's George?
Flop comes queen high, 2 hearts.
Saturday morning.
Good boy.
But Andy is interested in coming.
Check back over to Caleb, who's the pre-flop aggressor. He's going to make a continuation bet. Good sizing. 130.
It's when he said that his wife was watching the stream and texted him to fold when it was all in.
Open ender for Amir, of course, not going anywhere. Let alone top pair from Matt. And a great opportunity for a check raise here. Instead, he is just going to flat it, so we go 3 ways to the turn. Ace completing the open-ender draw. Broadway for Amir. We'll see if Caleb continues to barrel here. Was called by both Amir and Matt with a small continuation bet. Would definitely have to make this one bigger if he wanted to send any kind of message. Unfortunately, he'd be trying to represent the hand that Amir has. 5 of hearts does complete the flush draw, but no one drawing to hearts. It's a great situation for Amir too. If somebody was drawing to hearts, he does have the 10 of hearts as a blocker, which could make a call of any big bet on the river easier. And I like this here. He checked over to Caleb. We'll see if Caleb elects to fire. Here's the chip glance. He will fire. Oh my goodness. With air, bet $650. And now Amir with Broadway and a blocker to the flush. I sense a check raise in the future. Not too distant future. He is just going to flat, though. So Broadway will take it down. Again, the blocker to the flush.
Oh no!
Definitely made it an easier call. Definitely could have made it a check raise situation. But nonetheless, profit is profit as Amir will drag in a $1,200 pot.
Oh, he was blocking both flush draws.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way I can fold there after playing my hand.
Hey, Tim, are there any seats open for if Andy comes over? Is there a seat or not?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Matt makes that. I'm here for it.
I'm just kidding.
Huh? If I bet it out?
I said if you would have made the bet on the river, I would have been more concerned.
But you're
I'm still calling, unless Taylor.
You see there, we got 40 entries into the weekly big one. Still about 45 minutes for you to join in on the fun. Again, you're looking at this on a slight delay, 15-minute delay to be exact. So 45 minutes roughly left to register. So if you're looking for some great tournament action, you've got time to get to TCH Houston.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen.
Barrel.
You need barrel? Barrel 6-7.
And blinds right now at 500, 1,000, 1,000. And should you buy in now and add on, you're sitting at 60 big blinds.
What did you have, Matt? Yeah. Matt, what did you have on me?
A 20-minute level makes this tournament structure good bang for your buck.
25, 700. Seat 725. Good luck, everybody.
Jamie ships it.
So sounds like we have a dealer change as we welcome Eddie into the box.
After I give up on the tournaments, probably don't leave the river.
If you don't have anything, what am I getting paid by?
But just because you had to kill them, we're going to hear all you survive. Is he a needle?
And back we get. So again, a good attempt on the bluff. Unfortunately, bluffing into Broadway.
I'm not quite sure that he's
Well, it's
intentional.
Caleb last hand.
He was like, oh, what do you say?
Vegas Viet with 5-6 suited. Going to make it 50 to go. Ben right behind him with 5 tray saying no thank you. Amir with the computer hand, Queen 7. And Matt with King Queen suited. We'll bump it up again. Is going to get Viet to relinquish the low suited connector. David says no thank you with King 8. And Matt will take it down. Again, Quiet Matt taking it down. So we may have a new nickname for the gentleman in seat 5. We're calling him Just Matt for the past few weeks.
You said my hand?
Because he's sitting there going, Amir's got the money. He'll call anything when he's got that money. I know what he's thinking.
What the fuck? How'd you know?
He just regular money. Queen 7 off.
Show up, bro.
No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything.
Amir fucking just.
I said it.
Oh,
read
you.
it. What?
Wait, what?
Who said
Show
King
one,
Queen?
show all.
He flipped him up.
Oh,
I know.
I was like, how about you guess my hand? Because I wasn't sure.
You show one player, you show whole player.
Taylor showed
I know, I
me.
just didn't
Matt's
realize
about
he
to
said
pick
it.
up his fucking
I
chips.
was like, what?
That's not the way I play.
You read my hand. What's through? Close. Got him. What the fuck?
You better get it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, so I was like, what are
You
you
guys were looking at each other, giving like a loving gaze.
David with King Queen.
Deep more.
Jamie with 6s. Now Matt with some high connectors. Queen Jack. He's going to up with Queen Jack. Going to make it 350. David will stick around. Jamie with 6s. Definitely going to stick around.
This might be it, man.
We go 3 ways to the flop. Flop comes 9 high. Gutter ball for Matt.
Anybody want milk tea? Wait. Milk tea? Milk tea with boba.
Deuce of clubs. Pairing the board.
Extra milk tea for some
If I get
reason?
stacked, I don't.
I have to do extra. Pass it over. I'll take a milk tea.
It's so cute.
You see how cute? I usually stack to be full.
And Jamie with a quick bet will chase away both of the members of the opposition.
You saw them?
Yeah, you're right, Amir. That's not me.
Keep moving right along as we take a look at the player earnings. Right now, Jamie still in the driver's seat, up over $4,000 so far. Meanwhile, Caleb still throwing the party, down almost $4,000.
Where's that boba from?
And he lost a huge pot in which he had $2,500 invested in it before the cameras started rolling.
Buy one, get one free.
For those wondering, the guys here have been playing for a while, and they will continue to play into the wee hours of the morning after the cameras stop rolling.
Anyone else still want milk tea? I'll order some more. That's enough. Okay, don't worry about it.
It's good. It's just.
It's a yes and no question. You're like, oh, I gotta fight. I gotta shoot big, shoot queen again.
I'll do it.
My man.
Amir with ace-5, raising the action. Ace-7 for Matt will find a way to fold it. Otis with jack-10, and Caleb with the suited connectors, 8-9 of diamond. Do the flop. Pretty looking flop, a king-high spade flop. Well connected. Open-ended straight flush draw for Otis. It does go heads up, so to the turn we go. And there's the flush. Otis does have the royal flush and straight flush redraws. And now the board pairs queens. So Otis will bet. It should be all that's necessary. Amir wasting no time mucking the cards. So Otis takes it down and was getting my hopes up that we would see some royalty on that river. Nonetheless, good hand, Otis. Player VPIP. Still Amir in the driver's seat with the VPIP stat. Meanwhile, Caleb, who is down the most money, has the lowest VPIP, so he's trying to pick spots. Unfortunately, those spots just keep biting him.
What did you get? Is there like an easy menu to look at or no?
He got a bottle of water.
I'm good. Is there a menu really? I got a straddle of 40.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay.
Straddle to 40.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm using my phone right here, dude. Like, what? Stop.
Bro, you're about to get kicked off.
Oh my God. I'm getting warning right now.
Ben with pocket jacks. Just gonna flat.
You know what?
And Otis with 8-6. Going to stick around after Jamie raised it with a suited gapper.
Same thing. You guys become the same level.
Vegas Viet sticks around, and of course Ben will
No,
stick
stop.
around
I haven't acted. I called for 40.
as well. And now some
Which would let you
drama
know that I'm going to be raising here every time.
as we get back to
Sorry, dude.
Ben.
Trying to figure out why you're cussing right now because I only burned. I haven't put a.
All right, so
I can stop at any point. But I'm just talking about the cussing part.
I apologize.
Ben
Oh, you good.
still with action.
What happens when you have a real hand on it?
I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
See? Apologies, everybody's friends again. Of course, these guys see each other at least once a week.
Whoa, hold on. What's mine?
Right here.
So we get back to Ben.
I figured that much.
He is going to bump it up.
Yeah, but we raised. We're not playing for 975.
975. He's going to be the raise from Ben now.
David, you want any?
What you see is what I got.
Yeah, he's got one dollar chest back there.
These are not in play.
Will chase Jamie's suited gapper away. Can't imagine Otis sticking around either.
Ben, how strong is that? Pretty strong?
Of course, we know that Viet
After the
may stick
drama,
around.
and given you're going to see it in 15 minutes, it's all text here. I'm going to show it. Whether you call me or not, you're going to see it. I'd like you to call me though.
Well, I know, and I want to call you with such a shitty hand. If it hits, I'm really happy.
Please call.
No, but
Show me what you're folding. I'll show you what I'm playing.
6 folds.
I think I have.
Viet Muck's right behind him. He does show the jacks as promised.
I figured with them in, it was good. Damn it. I was ready. I was excited to see for 200.
You hit 2 pair, we're in.
Thank you.
I mean, that's
You
not...
an ace? I would be open.
Jimmy.
7-9.
No.
And a reminder that the $250,000 guarantee mystery bounty kicked off today over at the TCH Spring location. And we've got a few more day one, all the way through Monday, where we have a turbo day. Beginning at 9 a.m. 2 flights a day till then, $250,000 guarantee. Bounties kick in on day 2, making this a lot of fun. And also meaning you got to play a lot of good poker to even get to the bounties. That's why I'm a big fan of the mystery bounty format.
Dude, everybody yelling at the tail's giving me anxiety, man. What the hell?
Please, man. He needed fucking 6 more yards.
Of course, you see Matt there yelling at the TV. Thursday Night Football, of course, on at the Card House.
6 more years to wear.
David's got himself a pair of queens, makes it 100. How about Jamie, though, with pocket jacks, making it 350. Oh, the Catman with 7s. There's blood in the water.
Oh, this clear up day. Thank you. Sorry.
And the Catfish
Raise and re-raise?
with 7s.
Oh.
Damon 2 fold.
The Catman will fold, so he does get out of the way. And now David gonna raise it up again. Makes it an even grand to go. And there's the flat call, so a big pot brewing. 2 grand, pre-flop. Oh my goodness, a jack high flop. Jamie flopping top set. Over pair for David. And David's gonna bet 800 into the pot. Again, Jamie with top set. Just gonna flat here. I love this call. Absolutely crushes the board. No reason to play your hand face up just yet. As the 3 will give him a full house. Jack's full of trays. David drawing to 1 out. 1,800 will be the bet now from David.
1,800 like it's nothing, right? You got something too?
Still got about 5,600 behind. There's Jamie playing very deep as well.
And then you got one from here.
I got one for myself and Aaliyah from Cage, and then 2 extras.
Jack's full of trays for Jamie.
Next week, I get
We
one.
talked about it. Yeah, we said
See how he elects to play this here. Is he just flat trying to get him to fire the river again?
makes enough money playing poker.
I know,
He's
right?
he's gotta
Or
get
does he go for the jugular now?
Up 10K last night, 4 pocket 7s. Yeah, whatever.
That's not. Poker's for champions.
You guys are so right. Oh my god.
He is just going to flat, so we go to the river. And David has put him on a jack for sure. let alone 2. I don't think so.
We are so horrible that none of us.
$7,200 pot. A 9. So now Jack's full of 9s. The hand, it goes check, check. My goodness. And that's all she wrote as Jamie will take down the pot. Oh, correction. All in and a call as the graphic comes up. Snap call from Jamie. And that's going to do it as he will drag an $11,000 pot. My goodness. I was going to say, there's no way this hand goes check, check.
14 last week.
And now the earnings of Jamie are about to hit the $10,000 mark on this evening. Have a night, Jamie, but what a hand. Wow.
Because if you give me 1,000, I was giving him 1,000 I was giving him 1,000 because I'm keeping this. Okay. All of that's it. No.
We're good now. We made changes.
Verification. That's all.
We're not expecting that much.
I didn't expect that too.
But I'm thinking
Now you make me the biggest loser on the stream lifetime, for sure. I'm now the.
Well, not
Really,
on
my
stream.
only competition. What do you mean?
Well, like on stream, I'm probably the biggest loser. After stream.
No, I'm talking about like on stream.
Hey,
plus,
David,
like,
for the stream,
yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
that.
For the whole thing.
But even you made this is on stream.
Yeah.
I was going to
So fuck you.
No, I did like 220.
220?
Right?
Yeah, but now,
Yeah.
now you have 210 wins, so it's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
come
my
in
wife
today.
was actually doing it. She said my son called her and said, "What's wrong, Dad?"
Let's talk
Go
about
home.
that.
I said, "You got it, bro." I'm like, now my kid's
I'm always like that. Come on,
using me
dude.
now.
You know that?
I'm like, what the shit, bro? I'm like, you got your car, you got your gas money.
We're good?
Back to the action again. Tough act to follow.
My nephew.
My nephew.
We one time nephew.
I didn't even look. I was just like, I'm full.
Jamie will fold his ace tray, relinquishing the kill button.
You just said all in.
Otis with ace king
125, Mr. Bill.
to make it 125 to go.
What was the action 3?
I made it
That's all it's going to take. Quick raise and a quick drag, and we move right along.
I know, I would never say.
And we've been talking about tournament poker blue in the face in the promos. Why don't we talk about cash for a minute? As we take a look at the October flash sale over at Texas Card House Spring. While you're there playing those tournaments, why not stock up on time for cash play? As you can see, up to $500 will get you an additional $250 in time as a bonus. So all you cash players out there, now's the time to stock up. Get to TCH Spring for both cash and tournament action.
I had paid a 10K call yesterday. I lost it.
As a third nuts,
I mean, I don't think I have three.
There's no way you have.
Yeah.
There's no way you have threes.
Wow.
Why is Jimmy so good?
He's a good player, Tim.
And lucky.
Oh, and good.
So Jimmy, now you just let me alone.
So an ace high flop.
You just let me alone hang here. That,
Both
what
players.
happened to our relationship?
King 10, that's Otis and Viet.
You don't have to narrate it, man. No
something.
side comment, man.
Blind.
But you gave
Ben,
up.
I'm talking to myself.
You gave up.
I
Heads
heard
up
you
we
though,
go.
Ben.
Inevitably going to be a chop
You know,
pot.
every time I start to play, in my mind I'm just like, you know what? I'm preparing to dump.
And provided neither player bets the other out, this will be a chop pot. No more possibility of a flush for Viet. But Otis will fire and will take it down. So Otis winning 2 hands in a row. He will collect the kill button bonus.
He's 3 in spades.
Yeah, you're deuce of clubs.
That's right.
Gaslight me, bro.
Yeah, you gotta put it on that kill thing right here or something when y'all get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time someone gets that thing, it gotta be here.
Alright.
No, it's not you.
I had a fair hand. Sir. Thank you.
Oh, wow, that was impressive.
Well, when you're poor, you learn to catch chips when they're thrown at you, so thank you. That's what I
If you look at the earnings, just under 10 grand for Jamie, up to 9,500 in earnings. Still plenty of game to go. Meanwhile, David now takes over the honor of throwing the party this evening, down almost 4 grand. And the Catman cometh, and the Catman finds himself in the black as well.
Landon, if you're watching, it's okay, buddy. I got more money. Oh, sorry.
And 1,300 in earnings. Ace 4, just going to flat here for Otis. The Catman with a hand that can order off of the seniors menu.
Maybe not. I haven't played in a while.
I think I'm the biggest.
Here, like, I don't check. Probably.
It's not you, though.
No, I'm not saying today. Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, there's probably like. Because
A couple of 10s and a 7, 2 spades. So Jamie flopping trip 10s.
Okay, second.
King to the turn as it goes check
I
round.
like the people who play 3 times and dump 8K in 3 days. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
man, your AK sounds like a pre-fold race. So, stop.
And now Jamie's got a fire.
Last line, or it's like quit forever.
150 into the pot with his trips.
You say you're gonna quit forever?
I can't win.
Does your mom know about it?
She wants me to.
You wanna give a phone call to your mom? So you're gonna quit poker?
Should be so happy.
Finally!
Thank you.
My son is taking over.
I've been telling my son he's a donkey for years.
He gonna come back to the house. Oh, your father will be so happy.
Dude, why do you have to do the emotional damage dude voice now?
Sounds like that guy on TikTok.
That's it.
Yeah,
Emotional damage.
emotional.
Yeah. So if I can't do it, he's doing so good. I feel like
If I really
So about halfway through our broadcast this evening, it's been an action-packed game. A lot of people would argue that the Catman sitting down has breathed more life into this game.
Jamie, call full bet 1,000 free flopper. Oh my God,
They need you in the room, bro.
Same in the booth.
No shit, Tim in the booth would be legit.
no. Like this laptop, how the hell he get there?
Again, funny side story. We actually asked the Catman if he wanted to hang out in the booth for a little bit today before sitting down. So looks like the players want it.
I think I can adjust.
We know if you want it. We'll see if we can make it happen at some point.
Yeah, you have to call me a lot. What the hell is wrong with that? And then I start, telling everybody like Ben is a doctor, Meister Matthew is a doctor, lawyer.
So 9-8 suited against 6-4.
I'm amongst.
The flop comes queen high, second pair for Matt. Board now pairing 7s on the turn. Going check again to the river, the 4 of hearts. So despite the pre-flop measuring contest, we don't get any more action until the river, and it's just a pair of 9s that'll take it down. So David trying to bluff at it instead ends up paying another $200 to Matt in the 5 seat.
You might start actually like.
I'm getting so mad if I can't win.
Only 2 bad things can happen when you have the button.
I saw somebody call.
One, you can lose it.
And for those following along at home that aren't sure, the
King was out there.
yellow chips are $1,000 each. The black chips are $100. The green chips are $25, and the red chips are $5. If you see any white chips, those are $1, mainly used for tipping.
Still there, you know.
I haven't seen any purple $500 chips on the table, but if you do see one, the purple ones are $500.
Reasonable, yeah, it's good. It's good. That's why I knew. Like, I kind of like he's like he knows the meta.
6 calls, 7
Like, he
folds,
definitely
8
gonna
folds, 9 folds.
Like it was last night, I just snapped it.
Queen 9 of hearts for Ben.
Even when.
I bet 500. I call.
3 raises to 100.
What you do? Don't worry about it.
Jamie's got himself a suited ace, staying hot and betting like it as well. Going to raise it up to 100. Otis going to stick around with 10-8. And Ben with Queen 9 of Hearts as well.
3 players.
Ace, deuce, 5. So top pair for Jamie. Not much of anything for Otis. And Ben with backdoor hearts. That's about it. Otis, however, going to be the aggressor. It will chase the flush draw away, and now Jamie just going to flat. 4 of hearts. It's the turn. And not changing anything, but Otis going to continue to represent something big here. And Jamie again just going to flat it, so we go to the river, the 9 of diamonds. Completes the diamond flush. There is, of course, a very apparent wheel as well as a 6-high straight possibility. Jamie blocking the 6-high straight. Does check in. Again, a lot got there. See if Otis waves the white flag or if he decides to fire another barrel. And he is going to fire 275 at this pot. So with just top pair, we'll see if Jamie can find a call. And he's got enough to lose, so he will just go ahead and make the call. We'll turn over a pair of aces. That's all it takes, as Jamie's earnings have now crested $10,000 this evening. Wow.
Good, AJ.
Jamie. You're scary.
Remind me never to play tournaments against you, Jamie. I'll just bow out before I even register. Jamie's in the tournament, I'm out. No, I'm out. I know he's going to win the tournament.
Where are you going? You're going on Sunday? Saturday?
Hey, you were at that one yesterday, right?
Yeah. I didn't do good.
There's the one guy got pissed, started cursing.
The guy that said fuck?
He's right there. I
Yeah.
Right? That's him, right?
Yeah.
He was pissed.
What happened?
He just lost a hand and yelled fuck.
Yeah.
The whole room could hear it.
I mean, we were sitting at the other end, and man, I heard you guys
Hey, good one, Jimmy.
What the shit?
Suited ace for Vegas Viet. Same suit, but Queen 9 for Ben. Just going to flat as well. Changing it up with the hearts now will be a mirror. Jamie going to flat with the Robbie. Jack 4. Matt with Queen 9. And Otis has ace 7. So raise incoming. Correction, no, he's just going to check the straddle. Very interesting, as he now flops a pair of 7s. However, the Robbie paying dividends for Jamie as he continues to stay hot. Betting 100, will get the call from Otis with ace 7. They'll chase everybody else away, so heads up we go. 10 of clubs to the river, as Jamie will continue to fire at it. He does hold the kill button, and that will do it, as he will show the Jack 4 and collect $25 from each player at the table. A little $200 bonus on top of dragging in another pot.
I understand the movie. I understand the trust me, man. Let's shut that shit down. Now it's up at 50, and knowing Jamie's gonna win it.
Come on, Herbert. Eddie the bottom at 4.
But would have been happy about it.
Oh, this is
What we used to do is that every time me and Jimmy sit down, we just bluff each other. Like we don't have a hand at all.
You don't have cards.
Just about to
That's
bluff.
it, right?
Yeah.
That's it when you don't have cards.
So that's why I say why he broke the promise, because I still keep going for it and he stopped.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's not what we talk about.
He broke the poker
Yeah,
code.
he broke it. Like I'm still bluffing him. He just like, no, I ain't got shit.
I'm just not showing you.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Whatever. I'm still bluffing to you. Just like, no, I ain't got a hand. I'm not.
Wow.
More. I mean, DJ more. That's a nice grab.
3 raises to 80.
Bro, he's telling me.
Good game.
It's good practice in tournament players. That's so good.
David with the suited gapper going to make it 80 to go.
Feels like I can relate.
Otis behind with the snowman. Just going to flat with the 8s. And Ben will just flat with king 10. So 4 ways we go to the flop. 8's out in front as the crow flies. Not anymore.
4 players check. Yes.
Top pair for Jamie. Pair of kings for Ben.
175.
Backdoor diamonds really look like the only hope for Otis outside of hitting an 8 on the turn. He will fold it. Pair of 6s for David, so we will go heads up to the turn. It's the tray of hearts. So 2 pair, aces and trays for Jamie. So 6-4 for David. See if he elects to lose any more money in this pot. He's drawing to 3 outs, as you can see. And there's one of them. Wow! Hits the 6 on the river. Value bet incoming, and wow, does it look bluffy. 2,000.
Do that fucking the Wolf of Wall Street.
Aces and 6s with a king is the hand of Jamie. Boy, oh boy. There's the call, and David working his way back after losing a massive pot to Jamie earlier. Well done, well played, and way to run good.
What the shit?
I thought we were just
Catman expressing his thoughts.
What the shit?
Fighting. I gotta get my money back.
Go fighting.
My nation's nice.
That
Jamie
turn could have been way bigger.
I hit 2 pair. Oh yeah. I wasn't folding.
And then you got counterfeit?
Yeah. But then I'm like,
I think one-on-one, you took the words right out of my mouth. Wow. Wow, indeed.
Hey Jimmy, somebody bet 2,000 on the river with 6. Did you see that over there?
yeah. I was right there.
Did you see that guy call with a weak ace?
Oh, he got a chop? Did you see someone call 2,000 for a chop? He doesn't usually win the chop either.
I said, I'm sorry, restrap.
Did you see somebody call 2,000 for a chop? Oh my god, this is so good.
Of course, the Catman and Jamie know each other very well. They love to poke fun at each other just like that. Catman's got himself a suited king. He's going to stick around. And Vegas Viet will check his options. So we go Texas heads up 6 ways to the flop.
Family minus the
Oh wait, that was it.
Queen high, 2 spades. So the Catman drawing to the second nut flush. Viet holding the nut spade. Amir with a flush draw of his own.
Motherfucker. And you're getting back even on that.
Jamie with top pair, though, going to bet 200 into the pot.
Oh, your 3 of spades.
Catman's not going anywhere. Viet, all too happy to release ace-4. Amir sticks around, and a pair of 3s. David will stick around as well. Ace of hearts. Now adding a flush draw to the arsenal of Jamie, who flopped top pair.
Did they get the order?
Soy paper?
Yeah.
Everyone's with fried mussels or whatever they get.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted that last time. They gave me it.
That's what Caleb ate it.
Free grocery store sushi. That should be a frightening expression.
600 to go now.
It's good, yeah. I like ACD.
Catman will relinquish the spade draw, as will Amir, and going no further with just a pair of trays will be David. So Jamie dragging in another one.
I wish y'all all had Nicole, because I just said $200.
I was trying to get real worried that somebody else had spades.
Well, y'all have.
I didn't have spades. Call, and I give you another $200.
Spades.
How high? I know. As soon as you made that call, I was like, I don't know if I want to see a spade.
But why do you call?
I know what I want. Because I have to see one. You know, I have to handle it when it gets there. And ace was not what I wanted to fucking see.
I thought when you call, I'm like,
Okay, nah, no, spade's not coming.
And then when he called, I was like, there's no way my hands there's no way my hands are good.
like whatever he had is good.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just other people doing it.
One fold.
I'm like, how the fuck at 200 and call? Because I was in my mind, I was thinking, it's like, did they call because I called?
There, a little misread from the computer. Nonetheless, we'll bring it to hand anyway. David with 6-7 of diamonds. We know that much. Is going to call the raise. Otis with ace-4. Caleb behind as well will make the call. The Catman says no, and Vegas Viet says why not. So away we go to the flop. According to the computer, it's 7-8-4. Let's see if the actual flop agrees with this analysis. In some hands like this, the computer just cannot catch up. Six of clubs to the turn.
Oh, it's okay. It's poker. You know, when you sit down, your chips are in play.
2 bets 300. 3 folds.
I quadrupled up and then
You're in for 2 and you're up to 11.
Can I get his spoon?
no, third chain.
And you got soy sauce?
I can check in my.
That's sex couple, I guess.
Yeah. What happened there? Before? I don't know. I just need Terry now.
That is the least.
And Amir with a big bet of 300 will show pocket kings.
Everybody calls and then a stupid flop.
Wow, he's wide open.
Who is that? Who's the quarterback?
So moving right along. Again, mark your calendars as the Fall Classic all culminates in the $500,000 guaranteed main event beginning on October 17th. $800 buy-in for your shot at a $500,000 prize pool. And if the trend we've seen from the first tournament is to continue, we're going to have well over $500,000 in that prize pool.
Got a little soy sauce making mixing bowl right there and everything.
Sushi, gotta have soy sauce.
I know.
How did you all this sushi and they didn't come with soy sauce?
Oh, you want extra?
Yeah, that one gave me 2.
Jack 10 suited for Amir.
2 raises to 75. 3 folds.
He is going to go ahead and bump things up, makes it 75 to go. David will fold the best hand in poker, 7 deuce. Back around to Ben, who's got the Dolly Parton. He'll relinquish it, so we go heads up to the flop. Jack 10 against Jack 8. Couple of aces and a 4. Definitely check, check. And now a 10 will give second pair to Amir to the turn. And now both of them have 2 pair. Very interesting. And 300 to call. Amir gonna get paid off on it as well as the river hit Jamie. So I don't think the wheels are falling off the wagon for Jamie at all. Just an unfortunate run after starting the stream so hot.
Yeah, but he's in early position, so he can wake up with anything.
Big heavy stack of cake, but he'll play anything too.
It's in Andy's here.
Alright, gentlemen, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm having a feeling that Jimmy got kept.
So a dealer change as we welcome Daryl to the box.
I'm gonna go take a shit. 3 hours, guys.
While he gets situated, again, the $250,000 guaranteed mystery bounty tournament started today. Yeah, we are well into the second flight taking place today. 2 flights tomorrow, couple Saturday, couple Sunday. So plenty of opportunities to throw your hat into the ring. $250,000 guaranteed mystery bounty, TCH Spring, October 5th through the 9th. And the final flight will be a turbo flight the morning of October 9th, right before day 2 resumes at 2:30 p.m. Yeah, a big thank you again to everybody spending their Thursday night with us here at TCH Houston. Looking forward to another couple hours of action-packed 5-10. King Deuce of Diamonds for Caleb, who again has been very quiet. The Catman right behind him with Jack 10. Vegas Viet with 5-4. And King 4 for Amir. So 4 ways to the flop we go. Flop is 8 high, 8 tray 8, 2 hearts. Back around to the Catman, who will check his option on the button, and now the Catman is open-ended. Back to the Catman, who is now going to bet Viet, wasting no time getting rid of the 4-5 offsuit. Amir's King 4 is no longer in consideration, and the Catman takes it down. Well, the Catman has definitely made Caleb his scratching post all night and continues to do so. Well into our 3rd hour of coverage.
I'll W up. Okay. I appreciate the Boba so much. I buy Boba every fucking day. Tell me wherever you want. I gave
5-6 of hearts for Matt. Going to be good enough for him to open under the gun after the straddle and re-straddle.
I book a ticket. I deliver you.
Vegas Viet's got himself a pair of 10s. Queens behind him, though. That's Amir. And he's just going to flat with the queens. And Matt behind him was 6-5. To the flop we go. Paired board, king, and a couple of ducks. Viet gonna bet into it, makes it 150 to go. Amir with the ladies, going nowhere. He will call.
Yeah, his splashed it.
A little pot splashing action from Amir, and now to the turn. They will go heads up as they chased Matt out. Yet slows down. To the river we go. The 7 of diamonds, completing nothing. So Amir with the queens. We'll see if he remains passive or if he decides to get on the aggressive end of things. Here's your answer, $400.
That's here.
Oh, that's good.
And Viet with what he views as second pair right now. And there's the call, and he'll get the bad news as Amir will table the queens.
You said you didn't want kings.
That's right.
Made you work for it.
River Rat, glad to hear from you, my friend. How are things out in RGV? Things are doing well in Houston, getting ready for this cold front. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and long pants. It's 77 degrees. Of course, after 4 months of 102 with the humidity, I'm glad to be wearing long sleeves again.
Not how it works.
Looks like we will bid goodnight to the Catman as he disappears into the main card room.
Cash me out.
Where'd Andy?
Yeah, put a phone on it, Jamie.
Where'd Andy go?
He fucked me up.
Yeah.
Who got you? Yeah. I gave half.
Straddle call.
Yeah.
David with King 10, just going to flat. Meanwhile, the double straddle from Matt's going to wind up checking his option. To the flop we go. King in the window, a couple of hearts. So David out front right now with King 10. Does have the highest heart out there as well.
Herbert, go, baby, go, baby.
To the turn, the 6 of spades.
And you talked to somebody, nobody checked it in, obviously? Or?
I have no idea. I called him.
Now Amir with King 5 picks up a gutter ball to a 4.
I'll turn tomorrow. And presumably
And to the river, another king. This is going to get bloody. And Amir's kicker does not play. But he's still going to fire at it here. And snap call, King 5, and there's the 10 kicker. So Trip Kings going the way of David. You see there, registration over for the weekly 20K guaranteed big one. We'll get you a prize pool as soon as we can. Again, a good turnout for it.
I think if it doesn't come, I check.
It usually is a great turnout. It's a great tournament, great structure. We get around to Otis,
I've been undisciplined today.
who will flat with a suited ace, ace-6 of spades. And another familiar face joins the table after the exodus of Catman. We welcome Duck back to the stream table. Vegas Viet with ace-queen, just going to flat here. Very interesting. Amir with 8-6 says, why not? David with 10-7. Oh, boy. Oh, thank goodness someone breaks the ice. Jamie raising up to 180. Otis will stick around with the ace. Of course, Viet with ace-queen. I would have liked to see a raise there from Viet holding ace-queen. It'd be a great spot to start squeezing some money out of folks.
All right, you got it.
Instead, we go 5 ways to the flop.
Not behind this.
Jack 10-4, 2 clubs.
3 checks, 4 checks, 6 checks, 9 checks,
Second pair for David.
1 bet, 3 bet.
Backdoor spade draws for both Jamie and Otis. Gutter ball to a king for Viet.
4 fold, 6 fold.
And Amir with 8-6 on the aggressive side of things. Betting 300. Viet with a gutter ball and 2 overs to the board. Decides that he's going to take this opportunity to raise it. He smells some weakness. Makes it 850 to go. Chases out Amir. And now the 10 of David. We'll see if he elects to remain in the pot. He is holding the kill button. And there's a raise to $4,000. No, correction. David's just going all in using $4,000 as the marker. So David moves all in. Viet put to a tough decision. And on a gutter ball with 2 overs. Definitely a head scratcher.
If he like jumps straight up into that guy, it's like
There's the call. Wow. They're going to rip it. Tray of diamonds. Tray of spades not going to help. 10's up for David, and he will drag a monster pot from Viet, gambling on a gutter ball draw with 2 overs.
You earned that one, man. I'm so happy to pay that one. Holy shit. Nice play.
I threw it over there.
these are his.
Whatever. Yeah.
And get here early on Sundays for the football squares for Sunday night football. Win a hand, get a square. Simple as that. Prizes are as follows: $100 in free time for the first 3 quarters and $200 cash at the end of the game. Just like any other square you played, instead of winning just money, you get time as well as the opportunity to win some cash at the end. Caleb with ace queen this time. It's rare to see Viet go felt. Does happen to the best of us from time to time. Prime example there. Amir with a suited king. David had success with 10-7, just a hand to go. Why not see another flop with it? We go 5 ways to the flop, and he flops top pair with it. Wow. Well, when you're hot, ride the lightning. Am I right? It's back to Amir, who has middle pair and a flush draw. And he'll bet at it. We'll get David to come along. 9 of hearts. We'll hit the turn. And Amir remaining aggressive here. That 9 really couldn't have helped him if he's going to continue to barrel here. David's probably got him on 2 high cards, ace, king, maybe even king, queen, that range.
Oh, that's just great. Yeah, I'm really good that I could above and beyond that thing.
David going nowhere. 11 outs for Amir. The ace of spades is definitely one. That gives him a nut flush. And now Amir, the opportunity here to just continue to barrel at it. Had it been any other spade, he may get paid. But this one, he's going to make a bet that'll go bet fold. $3,000. Yep, quick fold there. Definitely in the range he had him on. I don't think he put him on the flush draw, but definitely an ace.
15. I mean, I can't fucking play a hand today.
That was big. I do say right there.
Spin off?
Yep. Yeah, spin off? No.
Couple of 4s for Duck, and he'll make the action go to 60.
You gotta figure it out, bro.
Of course, Ben's been a little quiet as of late. Now wakes up with Jack 10. Wants to draw with it. Amir, who's holding the kill button, wants to see a flop with 7-4.
Tilted.
Matt not there for his pocket 5s. Action goes back around to Duck with the 4s. Jamie making it 300 to go with a suited ace. And Duck still going to want to see a flop with it. Ben says, yes, sir. Let's see if Amir has decided he's priced in. He has indeed. So we go 4 ways to the flop. Jack high flop, 2 spades. And Ben gonna make it 850. It's gonna chase absolutely everybody away, so jacks are good for Ben in the 1 seat.
That's how much I like that button. I think with those odds, 7-3 opposite call. Yeah. 4 to 1, and then.
Ray Griff, you're 100% right. 100% right. Unfortunately, that ace just too well into the range of Amir in that hand.
Ben, I used that, I went up to extending this tournament?
Yeah.
Almost all sold out.
Right. I mean, they're probably going to extend into next year. Did I show you the pictures from it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
King Trey for Ben, suited in diamonds.
What is it?
David with ace 4 of clubs. Gonna bump it up, makes it 150 to go. Vegas Viat right behind him with a suited queen. And Ben holding on to the kill button says, let's go. King high flop. Rainbow flop at that. Check round, and now the 10 of hearts will give Viet the best draw going to the river. Also to a gutter ball. Viet sticking around with his gutter ball flush draw. To the river, 6 of spades. Does give Viet a pair. But Ben, of course, will take it down after this bet. Makes it 500. And Viet will find the full button this time, will not pay off Ben, and he will collect $200. Pass go, collect 200 in the form of $25 from each player at the table.
What do you think? How many times have we paid 25? Around 10, 15 maybe. I think it's closer. At least 10. 10. I think it might be 10. 10 to 11.
I mean, you guys have paid me 5 times already.
You need that in the nicest way possible.
Go, Herbert, go. I got him fancy. Let's go, Herbert.
No reason for me to call.
Jamie with Jack 10, gonna bump it up, makes it 80 to go. Caleb not there for his King Jack. Otis with 9s, Viet with Ace Jack. We got us a good one brewing. As we go 3 ways to the flop, it is Ace 4-4. 7 to the turn as it checks around.
Two consecutive, you definitely.
Yeah, because we made it up to 100.
And now Jamie with Jack 10 gonna break the silence. He'll put 80 into the middle.
How'd your night go? I'm stuck. I won a lot of hands, but I'm stuck.
Smart move by Viet there. I don't think he gets paid if he just flats here and goes to the river. However, Otis will stick around with a pair of 9s. So to the river we go, and it's the King of Diamonds.
It's 8:30-ish.
Viet checks it, goes check, check. Ace is good. And Viet will begin the long uphill climb back to breaking even.
Started the stream at 5:30.
Maybe good luck with that button, man. Good luck with that button. I believe in you. I think 4 in a row right now. This is all me saying I want you to try.
Can't even win a pot.
I want you to really try. I just want you to really try, dude.
Not today. It's been brutal. Played 5 hands the whole night. That's how brutal it was.
Oh, yeah. Now you got Kung Fu. Wait, I've never. Wait, no, not big what? No. No, I like the move. No, the Lychee's.
Action back around to Ben, who flatted under the gun. So we go 3 ways to the flop here. We know what one player is holding. LV Coleman, good to hear from you, buddy.
That was a defense, guys. Come on.
Good job. Alright, yeah. I don't blame you.
Take a look there. Grand total of 55 entries. LV Coleman,
No, two.
my hero. Smash that like button on my way in. Attaboy. Tell 100 of your closest friends to do it as well.
No, more.
Call Matt a bitch.
What did you say?
He'll do it.
Thank the fucking God. Thank the fucking Lord.
Why have I put the 320 on 3 times?
What happened, JD?
What's wrong with you?
Duck waking up with pocket jacks now. Does so on the button.
Makes it so hard to defend the button. When that double straddles on.
Jamie with 10-7 offsuit. Looks like he's going to look him up. Not as great as the fans that keep us going, Coleman.
Hey,
We appreciate y'all.
Take it.
You win, dude.
Quick bet, quick fold on the king high
flop.
flop. Jamie just sticking around to keep him honest, of course. And now Duck will pick up the kill button.
That would be his card.
That was a good card to pick. Three spades is a good card to pick. See, I don't know if there's really any difference which card you pick. I was wondering if there's like, because some are played more.
I don't know.
There it is, but it doesn't have to do with the math.
This is what's on the flop, right?
Well, what do you mean? It doesn't have to do with the math. What does it have to do with it?
You're more likely to see flops with like bigger hands. Like,
Well, it doesn't matter though because it's all random, right?
It is all random.
Cards could get voted for you just as much as they could
That's
go.
what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, a big thank you to everybody spending their Thursday evening with us here at TCH Houston.
Because if there's folds,
An action-packed 5-10 game. And plenty more action on the
I'm
horizon.
sure the difference is like so small.
We're not talking about an edge.
Yeah.
Suited Jack 10 for Uncle Ben. Makes it 130 to go. Jamie will stick around. Jack 10 against Jack 9. Flop comes king high, 2 spades. And Jamie drawing very thin, only to 1 out, and he's going to quickly pitch it after a continuation bet from Ben. It's definitely a rabbit hole a lot of players fall into. It's not just cash players, but tournament players as well. They build up a big stack. They want to play more pots. They get their chips in there with marginal holdings and just steadily decline. Not saying that's what's going on with Jamie. We're seeing some
4 or 5 offs.
Yeah, the 4 9.
early
Yeah,
symptoms of such a condition.
That was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
You're a professional now.
He's such
You
a
have to play
skilled player.
skilled hands.
Shake hands.
Skill. Hands that take skill to win, like 9-2 off.
Ace Queen under the gun for Otis.
Be able to play a 9-2 song.
It needs to be a pro. Heard Mariano say it.
Oh, yeah.
10-9 suited. Not going to get a chance to see a flop player absent.
Give this man a hand.
This man, not Ian.
Matt with Jack 8 will stick around, so to the flop we go. King high flop. King 6-4, check, check. Deuce of spades on the turn. Going to draw Matt out of the woodworks. And Otis just going to flat with ace queen to the river. King of diamonds. So more than likely go check, check. No, instead Matt going to fire at it. Snap called with ace high. Wow. from Otis. Snapped him off with ace high.
Oh, you would have hit something.
You have fair at least.
Oh my Otis.
Snap it.
I didn't even think about it.
You feel the splinter? Matt, you feel the splinters in there?
Got it. You have to make me feel better by thinking.
You beat me with 9-4 with my kings, bro. I
What
got
is
9-5.
You look there in the main card room, some 1-3 action, as well as the tournament in the back part of the room. And just off camera to the left at table 1 is another 5-10 game.
I'll be in 4 diamonds.
That game, of course, feeding this main table.
You cool with that?
What's up?
I'm the 4 diamonds.
Sure. Yeah. Then we do the river thing.
River is double. 2 is double.
Yeah, this shit gets there's more money
That's the
being
best way I
lost
get
in this
unstuck today.
go button and shit than there is
That's not
anything
good.
else.
How do you go?
The person plays it in their hand, John.
I mean, the way you just put the chips and just pitch them.
I've started getting more than that. I mean, if your card's less than 6,
Just show your own card.
your own card's less than, yeah, if it's your own hand and it wins.
I guarantee 2 callers if I do.
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't know what Matt. I don't know what Matt's going to do.
I just wanted to
I
ask.
know you're guaranteed 1 color.
So do you like spin the
Wow.
there or what?
Little queen high flop there. Amir getting the best of it.
That's so sick.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Yeah, I just never know how to like lodging and all that. I don't know how many days here there is.
Otis with his pair of 4 is going to lead the action. Amir just going to flat here with top pair. I like it. I like it. To the turn, it'll bring the king of diamonds. And Otis going to fire at it again. Same bet, 75. Called once again. To the turn, it's the ace of spades. It's a great bluff card for Otis. We'll see if he thinks the same way. Does slow down. Action over to Amir. Ends up checking behind. Queen is good.
How far is he dying?
Is Caleb playing tonight?
I think he's not feeling well.
I think it's because they took his little figurine off the table. I think that
Ever since the figurine, I'm card dead and I'm stuck 5 days.
you gotta get that little thing back on the table when they're off.
Oh, they're gonna be no good anyway. 5K's not stuck. Let me just put that up.
He's just warming up the pot.
Put that up there.
15.
5 digits is stuck.
Oh yeah, I just wanna go.
1 yellow, 5 red. 5 black.
And for those confused on the table talk right now, for a while, instead of the kill button, they were using a Batman figurine.
In for that much? Like,
And then, of course, switch back to the kill button.
Down 5, adding 5, whatever.
One of them does, but I like it a lot.
With ace-9, Amir gonna go ahead and raise again, makes it 200 after Vegas Viet initially raised.
Yeah, that place was crazy.
I heard such good things about that. It was before my time.
And ace-9 against ace-jack. Here, this big hand,
And then Prime came in 8th or 1.
at least pre-flop, both players in for 300, and there's the flop. So both players with it. Now another ace. Oh my goodness.
now you want to.
Jack of spades is in the hand of Vegas Viet, if you remember.
In this hand?
Yeah. And I said it in clear state. What's actually both because I'm more likely that we don't have drawn.
And 3 spades. Both players with 3 aces.
So it's like
It looks like a camera malfunction, but I'll bring you the action as best I can. Appears to be a bet over from Amir and Viet with ace-jack. Actions on him. Bets appeared to be around the $600 range. Pardon, $300 range, and now calls the raise up to $800. To the river we go, competing trip aces, and now the tray of clubs. So it's still trips with a better kicker. We get around to Viet. And Viet holding ace-jack. Ace-9 in the hand of Amir. And there is 1,600 as the bet. A call here would bloat this pot to just under $6 grand. There it is, the call. Slightly out-kicked with the jack. As you can see the disappointment on Amir's face. Wow, wow, wow.
After this thing. You really get your stacks, you can really come back upstream. After all the whining and I can't get a hand.
Again, what a hand that was. Both players turning trip aces. Just slightly out-kicked was Amir.
No, my playing instrumentation. Sometimes, I guess sometimes.
Suited ace for David. Just gonna flat here. Jamie will do the same with Queen 10 of hearts.
Uh-oh, Caleb hits.
And Caleb's in the hand. Uh-oh. So 6 ways. Texas heads up. And it's an ace-high flop. In case you were wondering, there are some side bets going on about colored flops. Ben had bet red. Matt had bet black.
I'm gonna keep holding 6-3 offsuit the flop and keep coming out with a 4-5 on them. I've had them so many times. I still have. Same day. You won. 6-3 offsuit. I keep getting it. They keep there's 4-5 on them.
So about to begin our 4th and final hour of coverage for tonight's 5-10 no limit action. Still lots of tournament to go, as you can see in the main card room camera. And tournament directors Trace Williams and Michael Carr out there keeping everybody in line. Big shout out to those guys.
Hello, everybody.
Unsung heroes of the card houses, tournament directors.
Really? Thank you so much. That's his, yeah, I mean,
That's my pipe here.
thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
So a quick dealer change as we will welcome Danny into the box. And while we do that, quickly we'll step away and remind you that today began the festivities of the $250,000 guaranteed mystery bounty event for the Texas Card House Spring Fall Classic. $600 buy-in for your shot at a $250,000 guaranteed. Bounty polls begin on day 2 That's Monday, the 9th of October. So still plenty of opportunities, even though today's flights are beyond the point of registration. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., we'll have another one. 2 flights a day until Monday, that of course being the turbo flight, which will feed directly into the restart, day 2 at 2:30 p.m.
To do this. Okay. I love it.
One fold,
Yeah.
2 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds. 5 folds, 6 folds, 7 folds.
I got a feeling.
8 folds,
For my hand or just
9 raises.
Jack 10 suited for Otis. We finally get around to Viet, who's going to break the ice. He'll make it 305. And that's going to chase most everybody out. I can see David, maybe Otis making this call. Everyone else, I'm not so sure.
Sorry, we had 3 folds, 5 folds. Sorry, 5 folds,
Otis going to stick around.
8 folds, 6 folds, sorry.
So we've got 3 players going to see this flop.
deuce of clubs, deuce of clubs, deuce of clubs, deuce of clubs, deuce of clubs.
We're done.
Flop comes Jack, deuce, deuce, 2 hearts. So top pair for Otis.
They would have fucking got up.
Backdoor hearts for Viet. But Otis is going to jam all in. And we'll get 2 folds right away in doing so. So Otis wasting no time, omitting the veil entirely. And will grab a good-sized pot. And Otis has already gone felt once this evening.
I like seeing one spade, but then there were no more spades.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. No fuck, bro.
Ah, beautiful hand. Shit. Oh shit, halftime?
Yeah.
They're playing.
How long? Just right now or it's been halftime?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. Got it.
Kojak suited for Ben. He wakes up under the gun with a premium.
He's giving the same story.
Gonna bump it up a little bit. Looks to be about 90. Yes, $90 to go. A mirror with Jack 9 suited. And Ace 9 suited for David. Wow. Got the makings of a good one early. Ace 10 for Caleb. Oh boy. Of course, when Caleb wakes up, everybody takes a second to realize just how small the VPIP is from the 7 seat tonight. Nonetheless, we will go 5 ways to the flop. 470 in the pot pre-flop.
5 players.
And Caleb just flatting there with ace 10 suited. And now the flop comes 8 high.
7, 8 checks. 7 and 8 checks. 1 check.
That is correct. Coleman had not been able to interact with Streamlabs this evening. Breaks my heart as much as it does your guys. I love watching the results of that.
7 checks. 8 checks.
Queen on the turn.
One best, 2
Ben with king high. Gonna go ahead and bet at it.
They get a discount. 225.
Gonna chase a mirror away.
Everybody folds.
Do you see a river?
and chase everyone away.
Pain, pain, pain. I wish it was a 2.
That would be so great.
I have 4 diamonds.
I'm gonna be honest, one of the reasons I folded was so that neither of you could hit your card.
I had the 4 diamonds. I had the 4 diamonds in my hand.
Did you?
Yeah. So I was free rolling. I was like free rolling. Kind of, in a way. I had 4 diamonds, 3 of spades. Did you ever?
Look at our stacks and earnings. Jamie's still the big winner so far. Had crested the $10,000 in earnings category a little while ago. Since then, has been coolered a couple times. However, Vegas Viet now in the coveted position of throwing the party, right behind Caleb, who's just down about 100 less than Vegas Viet.
That's what I've been saying all fucking night.
Wake up.
Guys, I just want the 3 spades on the river.
Of course, David with the straddle, and then another, so a straddle, restraddle situation. The straddle gets up to $80 to go. Matt under the gun with 9-7 says no.
Caleb's gonna hit.
And Caleb got 3s. And he'll make it 500 to go.
Very sad.
7 deuce for Amir, best hand in poker. And action gets around to David. We knew he had the pocket 10s already, but he's in a straddle position. So I can't imagine seeing anything less than another raise, and there it is.
Oh my god.
You can't do that, bro.
Makes it 1,500 to go. Now Caleb with a decision here. Do you call and just hope to mine a set of trays, or do you try to get into a measuring contest here and jam it all in pre-flop? Of course, folding is always an option.
Oh, you can't do one.
Oh, yeah.
Before I leave, I'll leave a little bit. Okay, thank you.
I'll give you the number for the game ready.
Yeah.
You will find the fold pre-flop. So lighting fire to $500. Well, thankfully, that's all he'll lose. And it could have been a lot worse had he found a call or another raise.
80. He's gonna go 80.
If he folds, I call 500.
Why would I fold 10s?
Nah.
No, I'm just saying, like, in general.
You make that right away.
My hand was
You get it below value,
In the fucking
or you get it for free.
No, thank you.
You have to operate your damage in.
Hey, Matt.
He had 3 spades.
Matt, the opportunity for you is.
And the Catman gracing the table with his presence once again.
I'm supposed to stack on.
You gotta know. I know.
I think he had the 3 spades, so we're all just fucking
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, Caleb had the 3 spades, yeah.
He was protecting. Caleb, did you have 3 spades?
Yeah, I think. I had 2 3s. I'm pretty sure one was a 3.
That's cool.
I had 3 guys. Copy.
Ace King for Duck now.
8 raises to 225. 9 folds. 1 fold. 2 folds.
That's why you threw away. 3 different.
David with Jack-9 of diamonds. Definitely going to want to see a flop with a premium drawing hand like this. So we go heads up.
Yeah, 1 top for Matt. Come on.
Now 500 in this property.
And 2 pair on the flop for David. Check it over to Duck. Duck going to make a standard Ace King. I missed the flop C-bet.
Bro, we're playing just like.
Does so for 175.
A lot of deuces have come through.
And there's the check raise from David.
Just the numbers.
I'm
Too much variance for me.
Gets Duck immediately to relinquish Big Slick. So well played by David. Gets paid and gets the bonus from the kill button.
I thought you were going to shove there, Caleb.
Again, we're at that point of the evening. I want to throw a few thank yous out there to the dealing staff, of course, of TCH Houston. Can't do the show without you guys. The floor management and tournament staff as well, keeping things going in the main card room simultaneously. Our producer extraordinaire, Eric Green, as well, in the booth beside me. And, of course, a big thank you from all of us at TCH Live to TCH Live Nation. Can't tell you how much we love you guys. Can't tell you how much we appreciate you tuning in every week.
Why?
No, it's expensive.
I don't do it. And then someone says, he's saying put on the 80. This is because I'm not going to say no.
It's good. It's so good.
It's how I keep putting the 320 on. I guess so.
All right, you asked me. Just ask all the time. That's it. It's not even peer pressure. It's
not even peer pressure. Yes.
That's 80?
Yeah, straddle.
One raises to 255. 2 folds. 3 folds. 4 folds.
4-5 suited for David. Matt with Big Slick as it gets around to him. Raise incoming. And he's going to rip it all in. $3,600.
I gotta go to like 45.
We'll get a true count in just a quick second. I believe that is a little off.
I'm like 10 minutes from this one in spring. 10 minutes closer to this one? No, I'm 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes from my house.
I said 30-minute max.
Yeah, 4 diamonds, 3 stakes.
Of course, we know Matt, a very accomplished tournament player in the city of Houston. Not a bad cash player at all.
2,845.
So 2,845 all in from Matt in seat 5.
Oh,
If I show you my hand, you call?
Huh? Yeah, of course. There's an extra $400.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Couple of quick folds. That's all it's going to take.
I didn't realize you snap folded. I was gonna. Fuck.
terrible.
Fuck. Now I'm sad.
Well, nice. Congratulations.
Finally got a hand
I
back.
don't just get 18, huh?
No way. You just moved on.
I know how it feels to be you.
Yesterday I got that kill twice. And I woke up with queens twice. And then they didn't believe me.
I believe you have to get a 2.8. And you wake up King Queen. Okay.
Raise 500, re-raise 400.
You're not short James.
That was great scrap. You're going to do 160 next time, right?
250 collage.
Kind of felt like you didn't want to see a flop there, man.
I was scared.
I don't think he cared too much.
He was happy with that.
Yep. 6 folds.
Tail wagging under the table, thumping into one table.
I think that was me.
That's me, I'm sorry.
Unsuited garbage and suited garbage getting folded as we get back to the straddler, Jamie, who will raise the action up, makes it 80 to go. Matt from the restraddle. Gonna pop it up, makes it 325. He's holding the kill button, so Jamie's got no choice but to stick around, see a flop. 7-6 offsuit against King 5 offsuit. To the turn we go, and there's a king for Matt. Jamie will check action over to him. Goes check, check now to the turn, the 9 of clubs. So now an open-ended straight draw for Jamie. He's just going to keep checking.
Use a club. Use a
And
club.
to the river. Deuce of diamonds, so the king will be good. You know, Jamie's just going to keep checking it.
Is it implies you don't have it in your hand,
Check.
which could be information.
And Matt right behind him. Does he go for any sort of value, or does he just check it down with a pair of kings?
Like a reverse now, right. No,
He is going to bet it.
375.
375 the bet.
4 folds.
And folds. Will collect the 25.
I gotta show, right? I finally won one. I finally fucking won one.
So he will collect his $25 from the rest of the table. So a bonus $200 from that pot.
You hit a 5, you stack me. I hit a 5, I mean.
You hit 2 carries.
Oh, we get 5 bucks. Let's go.
Yeah.
You need. Were you straight?
Yeah.
7-6 is straight.
Oh, 7-6? Ace. Oh, yeah. I'm going for 7 in a row now.
Holy shit.
Dude.
I just needed that first one, you know?
Did anybody made $50 yet? I don't think so.
Every time I've tried, it's
Nobody.
somebody's gone fucking all in.
The resistance just cranks up so high.
It's like a pellet.
6 folds, 7 folds, 8 folds.
Well, thank you so much.
You know, when it comes to the kill button game, I am a fan of what someone had suggested last week, which is each hand that the player holds on to the kill button, the bounty gets up another $25. So you win one hand while holding the kill button, you get 25. Win the second hand after, you get 50. Then 75 and so on. Would definitely make for some interesting action. As we get back to the action here, Matt with ace king. And he's going to jam all in trying to defend his kill button.
3 folds.
Viette's going to fold. David's out. Jamie with ace jack suited. I don't think there's any getting away from this.
I really want to play.
Just give it 50.
He will fold.
Told you.
Passes go, collects $200, and we move on.
Minimum.
Give it to me.
That hand made you over $500.
Yeah.
Take it.
300 plus the.
Told you I'm going for the record. We're back to 25 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to bum you out.
It works every time until it doesn't.
It oscillates.
It's a good spot. Yeah, run into ace jack suited.
I don't think
I just made it 1K. But I was like, I could make it 1K and plucky, but honestly picking up 500 here because I guarantee that 500 is pretty nice. You know, got aces though. It's just click you.
Just click me 1K.
Call it 700. Huh? Yeah. I don't know.
Caleb with jack 9 suited.
It's full of a lot of hands that's actually really good at this.
It's going to be enough to bring him out of hibernation. He'll make it 60 to go.
9 folds.
I'd rather just
1
pick up
fold.
guaranteed
3
500.
folds.
Nice.
400.
400.
Yeah.
Fold it around to Jamie, and now Matt with 5-4 suited. You know he's in.
Turns out I would.
Alright.
Oh, just the call, Matt.
Yeah.
Ace Trey for Otis of diamonds.
So this one's 25, right?
Yeah, this one's 25 now.
4 players.
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds. Good.
Flop comes 10 high, all connected, open-ended for Caleb. Second pair for both Caleb and Vegas Viette. Checks round to the turn, pairing the board with 10s now.
5 checks, 6 checks. 7 bets, 100.
And Caleb going to take a stab at it. And Viette not going anywhere.
350. 5 folds.
Makes it 350. Matt will relinquish the kill button. Otis releases ace high. Another 250 if Caleb wants to make this call.
It's a good run. Yeah. You wouldn't believe I won the first hit. I also just got that ace king twice. I got ace king out twice in 3 hands, so it's pretty good. I love that shit. I love that shit. Still down from it yesterday. I paid out about a K yesterday. What lost yesterday? No, from this.
And Caleb will stick around, so off we go.
Going heads up.
To the river, heads up. As the 7 will get the job done for Caleb. You see a straight on the board. He'll check it. Goes check, check. So an anticlimactic finish. And that will do it as Caleb will drag his first pot in a while.
Yeah.
Remember, every Thursday at TCH Houston, the Thursday big one, 20K guarantee tournament starts at 5 p.m. 30K starting stack, 20-minute levels with a $240 buy-in. The most bang for your buck on a Thursday night is at TCH Houston. Vegas Viet with ace-7 suited.
Calls, sorry, 9 calls.
Just gonna flat the $40 straddle.
1 folds, 2 raises to 225, 3 folds, 4 folds.
Amir decides that the stakes are too low, makes it 225 with king-8 offsuit. Gonna bring the action around to Duck, who's got the sailboats, pocket 4s.
8 folds,
Squaring onto the straightaway.
9 calls.
He will call, as will Viet, so 3 ways to the flop.
You see each other.
Yeah.
Top pair for Viet, as well as some backdoor club action.
Bets 400. 8 folds.
That'll chase Duck away. Meanwhile, Viet with top pair
9 calls.
will stick around a little longer.
Go heads up.
To the turn, the king of clubs. So that gives a pair to Amir. Makes the flush draw that much better looking for Viet. But now Amir with equity in this board to the river, the 9 of hearts. Will seal the deal for Vegas Viet. And it's going to be 900 as the bet from Viet. And there's the call. So Viet going to get paid on a pair of aces. Yeah, a very unfortunate turn card, which gave Amir tons of equity in the hand. But Viet holds strong, dragging in a $3,300 pot.
That's half a basketball. That's half a basketball. Half
That's how much I got?
900.
Still, I told him.
Stuck like Chuck right now.
I have the one
Never
was
was
side, you know, autograph, and it says best wishes, so it's more rare than just an autograph one.
Right.
And I told him, I said, listen, man, I mean, they have them as high as $5 grand. I said, look, I'll do you right on $2 grand, and I'll flip you a quarter. If you win, it's free. If I win, it's just $2 grand. I mean, all you gotta do is. So I'm saying it's half a basketball. One day. Call.
Yeah, nine straddles. Yep.
1 calls, 2 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds.
5 folds.
Yeah. Side.
6 calls.
7-8 suited for Otis, going to be good enough. However, Caleb's got himself a premium hand.
215.
215 will be the wager. And look right behind him, it's Duck, and he's got 10s.
Eight re-raises. The re-raises 620. 9 folds.
620 will be the raise as we get back to Caleb with ace queen.
6 folds.
And Caleb has been on the short end of the stick all night. Now getting 4-bet while he's holding ace queen. See how he elects to do this. Could see him pulling the trigger for the entire stack pre-flop here. Of course, Duck would snap him off. Too much invested. He will just flat call, so we go to a flop, heads up.
4 diamonds, 3 of spades.
So big pot pre-flop, $1,320 in the middle. To the flop we go. And it's a 10-high flop, wow. So set of 10s for the Duckmaster General. Caleb gonna check ace queen. I'd like to see a check here from Duck, giving his opponent the opportunity to catch up a little bit. Instead, no, he is going to bet it. 350 is the wager. It's going to be the right price. He's going to stick around. 2020 in the pot. To the turn we go. The 8 of clubs, not going to change anything. It'll go check. We'll see if Duck elects to fire again.
Show it one time, dude. We're all gonna see it.
Will jam all in. And will get the fold. Apologies, Greg Grip. This is the first time hearing about that. I haven't been corrected on that in weeks. So Duke able to pull it in.
Yeah, I gotta stop paying you off, man. I'm done. I'm done paying you off. I'm like the gift.
All the other time you called me bluffing. Now I'm waking up with real hands.
It has been weeks of me saying the name incorrectly. I appreciate you, Griff. Thank you. Won't make that mistake again.
You're just giving my money back from all those other times. I have the hand sometime, alright? I bluff all the time.
Ace Jack one was just super sick.
Yeah, that's a cooler right there.
Dumbass cooler.
Ace came on the turn too, man.
Oh. I don't even know if I can get you off of
How? No.
Right, that changes out.
Let me jam to the river.
I got a bet turn jammer.
I don't know how much I had left. I bet
3 raises.
Not much.
He's not full.
I bet 1,600.
King 10 for David. Gonna raise it up to 60.
One of those.
He rivered this full house then.
You know what sucks is like
Duke with ace 10.
I hit my king on the turn.
This one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I figured that.
Just gonna flat here. I can see Viet doing the same thing with his ace 5 offsuit.
That's my best chance to win the hand.
Right, yeah.
He really is. He really is. He's a pleasure to have on the show every week. Whenever we can get him, that is. Fantastic player as well. The flop comes king high, a couple of clubs.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's 8, 9, okay. 3 bets, 130. 4 balls. 8 balls.
A pair of 5s. Jamie's going to stick around, as well as Viet, queen of clubs, hitting the turn. Giving the best club draw to David, who's already out in front with a pair of kings.
4 bets, 300.
300 is going to be the bet. That bet coming from Jamie.
Yes.
So to the river we go, and there's another king. Check, check. David will take it down with trip kings.
Tricky.
Good checky. Good 300.
Yeah, king 9, right?
No.
Take it.
No, I just maybe I'm gonna fold when the king came out. Like, that's not a good card. Maybe
Of course, one of the lesser known stipulations of the kill button game is once you are holding the kill button, in order to collect your bonus, you have to show the cards you won with. So people will be able to tell whether you bluffed, whether you had it. Just adds a whole new dimension to the game, giving information to the other 8 players at the table.
This is where we get the game excited.
Yeah, Matt's not gonna do any of this.
No. 320. Matt won't do it.
How many hands did you win?
All my profit.
160. No problem.
I love it.
We'll get it back whole stream. Don't worry, guys.
That's what I always say.
You been there?
I've been there
I'm still up again.
Uh-oh. Sadly.
Even today?
Caleb with a suited ace. Gonna bump it up. Now that he's out of no man's land and into the game itself. Yeah, it had been a long time before we had seen Caleb drag a pot since the last one he played.
Bro, we need to stop.
And Caleb will take it down without a fight this time.
Yeah, stop it, David. Please.
Tell him to stop.
I saw the king and I got excited.
There'll be one exciting hand.
Caleb, I got so excited. My first card was a king and then it was a 2 offsuit.
Come on, Matt.
Bro,
Come on, one time.
I can't. I did 2 times.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Bro, they love it.
Yeah, I know. None of those guys giving action to me. It's like slow. It's like they're giving none. I'm giving like 20%.
I won't
It's just like full blast. You 3. Well, it's really you 2. Murray doesn't have to do
I just
that.
got 40 on one
I
time.
think you just say, come on, do it.
You got the early incentive, the big, right? I know.
What'd you want? You had a hand?
My first card looked great. It was a
Ace.
king. No, it was a king. The second one, and I keep getting queen deuce and king deuce.
Man, one time they're just gonna bump it up to 500 and smash it. They can't wait for it. And they're gonna find
That's what happened with Tim. He had aces. Yeah,
Couple of 5s for Otis. He'll just flat call the straddle, restraddle of 80.
like a little kid touching a hot stove.
Vegas Viet with a suited ace-8. You know he's not going to let that go unheard from. Interesting. Thought he was going to be raising there. Just decides to flat.
3 folds. 4 checks.
So we go 4 ways
4 players.
to the flop. 370 pre-flop. And flopping the nut flush draw is Viet.
9 bet 75.
Pair of 3s for Amir.
2 folds. 4 folds.
It's going to stick around a little while, and Otis will stick around with a pair of 5s as well.
3 players.
10 of spades, not going to change anything. Viet still going to remain aggressive. He'll bet 300 at it. Going to chase Amir away. Otis, however, still out in front. As you can see, the 12 outs, 25% of the deck, basically, are the outs for Viet. Dodging a quarter of the deck. That won't work. That's going to do it. I'll pair the board. 9s and 10s with an ace.
9 checks.
And Otis going to bet it. Oh, boy. Was positively counterfeited. And now Viet with ace high put to a decision. There it is. Makes the call reluctantly. Counterfeited. Ace high good.
So fucking hard. I had 9-3 again.
When the reading was right, you got
Dude, I had 9-3. Again. And then you guys pushed me a little bit harder.
Bro, stop being a little bitch.
Oh my! I'm actually a mega still. 6-3, queen 2, king 2.
I had 9-3. Should have straddled.
Just
I'm not happy about it. I needed to know. I don't know.
Oh my god, I would have played a big one. I would have played a huge one with fucking.
I had 9-3.
You, 9-3.
Why me? I ain't got nothing.
I was raising the fucking flop.
Yeah, I was gonna get there if you in it.
9-3.
Oh yeah, 9-3. Oh shit.
Yeah, I really hope you get there.
Oh shit.
Only because I didn't fucking straddle.
Yeah.
Saved you money.
This for our corner.
Damn. Second time 9-3.
Jake, what was the last time? The last time you didn't play your kill button? I'm fucking auto straddle. And David keeps playing fucking 80, 160, fucking. Jesus Christ.
Oh, actually a negative.
And I'm hearing that the other 5-10 game going on table 1 is also very rowdy and action-packed.
That's all everyone lived. The big one, he pops not flush and 9-9.
No. If you straddle,
Definitely
I would fold it free because it was
a great group of high-stakes cash players.
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
I still win that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do what?
Put me to make really quick around play.
Yeah.
Make 320?
Yeah.
I'm not doing
I know that's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
We welcome a new dealer. That's going to be Teddy into the box.
cards here now.
It looks like we got a straddle, or re-straddle. Makes it 80 to go. Otis going to flat it. Vegas Viet with suited big lick. Suited king 10 for Ben. 10-7 for Amir.
And then he hits the flop and it's crazy.
I knew Matt was cool. Matt's a cool guy.
I got you guys.
So the Texas heads up 6 ways to the flop. 10 in the window. Ace, Jack, 10, 2 spades.
1 check, 2 checks, 4 checks, 5 checks, 6 bets, 100.
And Otis right now with the second nut flush draw.
1 fold.
We'll bet 100 at it. Ben. Folding king 10. Very interesting. 10-7 being folded as well.
5 fold.
Everybody folds around to Otis. Correction, heads up, as now the queen will make its presence heard from, and both players with Broadway, this will be a chop. Provided there is no spade on the river, that is.
I do.
All in for 1,400 and a call. There's the jack on the turn, on the river, and that's going to do it. They'll chop the pot. See there, player earnings as we're beginning to wind down our broadcast this evening. After 91 hands, Jamie still up just under 6 grand. Meanwhile, Caleb throwing the party down just under 5 grand. Smallest profit so far is Duke at $190 in profit. Meanwhile, David and Ben, as well as Amir, a little over 2 grand in profit this evening.
Randomly chose the games. You didn't care about the system.
We're gonna get another touchdown.
They need to
Oh, they called him out.
Why would they call it?
I don't know about that. I don't think his foot is looking out.
This would be really clear.
Let's see.
$40 channel.
No.
They didn't show
I
up.
bet it was clear.
Oh.
See there, the prize pool has been posted.
They're just like, yeah, fuck
The
this.
$6,700 to first place.
7 folds. 8 folds. 9 raises, 125. 1 folds, 2 folds, 3 folds.
Jamie with 8-4 offsuit. Vegas Viet raising with 10-8 suited. Good suited gapper.
Clubs, just clubs.
4.
Immediately check, check as the flop comes queen, queen, jack.
4 calls.
Betting the call, 125. So we go to the turn, 7 of spades.
4 checks.
Gonna slow everybody down. So right to the river we go. There's the 9. So a straight now for Vegas Viet with 10-8. Oh, Jamie's gonna throw a bluff out there. Calls, and that will do it.
500.
Vegas Viet straightens out on the river.
Oh, it's 41 times.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, there it is.
Don't do it 'cause you asked.
Otis, what you doing?
No, dude. Come on, dude. No, he'll do the 320.
Bro, dude, 320. I thought Duke was rich, bro.
I'll put the 80 next.
I thought you were rich. You're not as rich as I thought.
Looks like they're paying 7 spots tonight for the big one, 6,700 to first. 1,010 go
I think
to 7th place.
I told him to do it.
8 folds.
Nine raises, 250. 1 call. 2 folds, 3 folds. 4 calls.
And 6-7 suited for Vegas Viet.
6 folds.
Wasn't it fun, Caleb?
So 3 players going to the flop. Flop is queen high, a couple of 9s, so Jamie flopping trip 9s.
2 checks, 1 check.
It's coming.
Deuce of hearts. And no player holding any hearts in their hand. No heart draws that they need to worry about. Little do they know.
No way, Jose.
To the river we go, and nine's full of deuces, the deuce of clubs, so finally Matt gets paid on the side bet.
Let's quit. We're done?
Jamie, your turn, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm even with the game. I'm cool.
No, you're up, because we gave it to you twice.
And
So-
Jamie with nine's full of ducks.
You have 2.
Both other players are playing the board.
I'm down 1, so that means
So all it'll take is a sneeze in the direction of his checks, and that's going to take down the pot. We move on. Yeah, I figured I'd tell you about it one more time, but the Fall Classic at TCH Spring all culminating in the No Limit Hold'em main event October 17th through the 22nd.
Hey, you know what? I'm not stuck, guys.
I'm not stuck $500,000.
They're not stuck
So
either.
come on by, throw your money into the prize pool, see if you can walk away with the lion's share of $500,000.
Let's go.
One good
Come
hand.
on, give me something to punish him.
Bam, 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 bam. No, one good
And it would look like we got a straddle, restraddle, restraddle, and another restraddle.
The 640 on one.
That was me. Me and Mo.
Sound had a good hand on the straddle.
I'm trying to feel 180.
So a $160 straddle as we'll go to Ben to kick things off from the hijack. Jamie gonna call with queen 3. He's holding the kill button. Matt, however, in the big blind with ace 8 of spades. You know a raise is coming. The question is just how big.
5 raises. 625.
It's gonna be 605. We are in the tank with Otis here.
God, man.
Now Otis gonna rip it all in.
You might wake up.
God.
Have you even looked at your hand yet?
I don't think he has. He's gonna wake up with fucking ace ace.
He's got ace.
Damn, man.
Just shove it.
8 folds, 9
I'm the one
folds.
that's gonna get
4
fucked.
Fuck
folds.
the peer pressure.
Now the question is, does Matt complete this call here?
Just $60.
Let's go. What do you want to do?
He will indeed.
What happens?
You are ahead, Otis. I'm telling you right now.
You get paid for either board.
5 calls.
Natural board only for us.
Kill? No, wait, hold on.
What are y'all doing? Twice or once?
Yeah.
Just go once?
Yeah, just rip this
What do you got like that?
And they're gonna rip it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my god.
Baseball.
There you go.
That's why I call
Here's a deuce of clubs again. And Matt drawing to just the 8s as pocket 8s.
Come on, one
The hand to
time.
beat it, Pierce.
Kenny, you guys.
Ace of diamonds.
Ace of clubs.
I'll give you 5 clubs. 3 clubs.
King of Hearts.
Nice hand.
Or 3 spades.
Straddle did it.
Fuck you.
That's how it goes on some of these straddles for certain.
I know my kids watch it.
My father-in-law, thanks for the hat.
1550.
Hey, you do it, Otis.
I was hitting queen.
I've never seen one of these before.
Again, the stream winding down. Still a few hands to be played, however. Got some good action on the horizon.
You took the 600 back, right? You gave it to me? Or it was right?
Yeah, you hold it.
Ben,
Oh, my
Ben,
160.
40 and 80 from the
Wait, if you do the one.
Looks like we got a restraddle, so it'll be 80 to go.
1280.
Will it go? Will it go? Are you guys gonna do this?
Oh,
we
I
tested
can't-
out.
You gotta go, bro.
Test it out.
I need a commitment here.
Oh, man. All they do is talk and make us do it.
It's just gonna be shoved.
Alright, I know what I do is 1280.
You knew that for coming into last hand.
Thank you.
We're talking about the potential for a $1,280 straddle. We have not seen that yet on a TCH live broadcast, but we got dang close, according to the table here tonight.
4 calls.
Clearly.
5 calls.
I can't make any comments about what your good hand did to me the other
6
night.
calls. 7 folds, 8 folds, 9 calls.
So 4 ways to the flop we go. 965 in the middle.
Yes!
Flop comes queen high, the deuce of clubs again.
Fold, it's not
You got a discount. You're only down.
Can you check the deck, Teddy?
No, because I had to pay a 4 diamonds.
You can even
Four,
just call me
20
over.
Amir with top pair as well as Otis, but Otis has him well out kicked.
But then that's the same
So I netted up 100. So I got a little discount, yeah. 100 discount.
Wow.
You want it to happen?
Then next time, just call me over. I struggle for
The
you.
640's not the largest.
2
pack.
calls.
But Jamie wasn't willing to.
I didn't want to do a 12.
Amir just gonna flat with queen jack.
You can pick fresh fish,
That is
I'll
so
fucking do it.
degenerate, bro. I mean, most likely it's just gonna fold to like.
It's gonna stop
30,
at math though.
I mean, you never know.
I don't think we have any.
It's like you have no. Some of us have no fold equity.
No.
4 folds.
Yeah, 3K. Like,
Yeah,
even
first
cost
one.
like
Like
almost any ace. Yeah, you just got so many people. Any ace.
Heads up, we go to the turn. Deuce of spades.
We're determined after
So the
that.
board pairs,
I saw one
which means that's the
But you're only in for like 20, and then you're just gonna go all in.
boat out.
5,
For another queen is a possibility.
Yeah, dude, what? I got.
Otis going to continue to fire at it, make him pay for it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but he's got 3 hands.
I get it.
So good.
But he's been real quiet. He's been real
I
quiet.
literally will look at the
He
ace.
lost 500
I
doing
look at
that.
the other one and it's sort of sweat. And then.
Mad right now.
Alright, give me a 2K.
It's like just a great spot.
Mad.
Yeah, there's
Why do I listen to my opponents?
Yeah, because I can.
I
I
know.
Poppy okay, but
That's
fucking
what me, the most.
$160 gone to the
Ace-8
dark.
suited.
No, that's throwing money away.
Here's what we're talking about. You
That's
gotta raise
nice.
ace 8 suited.
Amir going to go ahead and flat it, so the pot bloats. So almost $3 grand to the river. 6 of spades.
I need you to check the deck.
Otis is going to wave the white flag and check. Little does he know he's leaps and bounds ahead. Does have a blocker to the flush. See if Amir will get out of line a little bit.
2 bets, 1,000, 6 calls.
So a bet of 1,000. Snap call and the ace plays. Wow.
With the kill.
Amir stepping a little bit out of line, and Otis makes him pay for it.
Here you go, buddy. You deserve it.
You're a bad man.
Man.
There it is.
Appreciate you,
I
man.
stuck in 2 hands, but
Yeah.
alright, we did it. This way, buddy.
See that, Landon? Don't be calling me anymore asking me why I bet that in.
Oh,
This way you
you
play
dropped
this
that pass.
I had to explain to him why I called his, and so now I'm hoping that he's chilled out. My son doesn't hate me. Neither of them. He's 16.
G-checking you, right?
Who's the other one?
My 16-year-old son.
Who's he saying?
When I
Oh,
called
ace queen for
when I called ace queen for 16, he's like, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, stop healing me. You're not even old enough to gamble. Shut up.
But really, what was he doing?
Shut up.
What was he doing?
I don't know, man.
Calling with ace high. He felt really strong.
He did feel,
2
and I needed
folds,
to know.
3 folds.
You can know by waiting
Oh,
30
he
minutes.
had it.
I don't
It
have
wasn't.
aces, bro. I'm on
It wasn't. It wasn't nothing. That's for sure.
Shit happens now or
4
never.
raises, 220.
I think that was too big.
Jamie with ace 7. Gonna make it 220 to go.
5 calls.
So if I win this, I get 50 per person.
Yeah.
But I have to bet down. Fuck you, dude. Here you go.
Otis gonna fold ace 9. Or fold jack 7.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
Couple of trays for Caleb that will find the muck. And that will end that hand rather quickly, so on we go.
He's mad that he lost to me.
I know that, but I mean, we need him for the straddle shit.
And another opportunity to remind you, still plenty going on as we continue our flights for the No Limit Hold'em Mystery Bounty. $250,000 guaranteed Mystery Bounty. Had our first couple of flights in the books today. And a couple more tomorrow, a couple more Saturday, Sunday, and one more Monday. So plenty of opportunities to throw your hat into the ring. Again, bounties will start kicking in on day 2 of the Mystery Bounty. $600 buy-in, $250,000 guaranteed. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Oh!
Wait, eyes actually good.
We go around. The straddle got up to 320.
320 straddle. 6 folds.
In the mega straddles. As we go back around to Duke, who was in the big blinds, got himself ace queen.
You can fold, you can call.
I want a good hand, but yeah.
Yeah, I want a good hand, but like.
You know what I'm talking about. I had 18 twice.
I did this without looking at my hand.
It's going to be raised up by Duke to 800 with ace queen in the big blind. Vegas Viet's got himself a suited queen 10, but the price is too steep to play it. Action gets back around to Jamie, who was the big straddler, up to 320. He elects to stay in the hand. He will not. So again, we move right along. I've just been handed the unfortunate news, though, that this is going to be our final broadcasted hand of the night. Again, these guys will play well into the wee hours of the morning.
Matt didn't do it.
But we got time for one more action-packed hand.
I can jack off.
Oh my god.
Didn't defend, huh?
I can't beat this motherfucker.
You got the TV home.
I wish I had king jack off.
2 folds, 3 folds.
Yeah, no.
4 folds.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Holy
6 deuce for Matt. And he's going to throw it away. King 10 for Otis. Unfortunately, not here to receive such a hand. Caleb with ace 8 breaks the silence. Going to make it 60 to go. Duke right behind him. 10-5. Saying no thank you, however, Vegas Viet with 275. We wait for the action to catch up here. Duke did make the call.
9 raised, 275.
Vegas Viet with ace 9.
7 folded, 8 folded.
Action gets back around. One caller. It appears to be Ben with the suited gapper, 8-6 of hearts.
7 folded, 8 folded.
Jack, high flop, a couple of clubs. Viet checks. Ben gonna fire at it. 350. That's all she wrote, as Ben will win our last broadcasted pot of the evening, bringing his stack back up to 4,500. Last pot, $1,020. Not completely anticlimactic, but we will take it. So on behalf of everybody here at TCH Houston, TCH Live, our producer extraordinaire, Eric Green, and the rest of the Texas Card House family, I am Wes Tucker, and we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.